in there though. The only thing I hate about Intuit Dome is the Clippers are playing there.
You're one of those guys, huh?
No, but I wish the Lakers would play at something like that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
You want the marquee franchise in the new building.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were one of these people that's preoccupied.
No, I'm not
with
Clipper
the
hating. I'm just like, it's a shame that this is such a nice building and you're the second team.
Hold on. We were talking about you getting into the seat. How'd you get in the building?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm me. Come
right.
on.
No,
I was like,
but
did you use facial recognition software where
Right.
Kirk had a ticket and you got in?
Just kind of, what's up? I can't tell you everything. Come on now. I don't want to get people fired, but yeah, I got half the concert. It was cool.
Okay, cool.
Buddy of mine is Notre Dame alum.
Yeah.
And they were playing Boston College one week, and he did not have a ticket to the game, okay? And so he's like, yeah, but I'm going to go to the tailgate, whatever. So fast forward to the end of the story. He ends up at a tailgate where Doug Flutie's there.
No way.
Okay?
Yeah.
So Doug Flutie, of course, very famous BC alum.
Yes.
Through the
Heisman
past,
Trophy winner.
right?
Yes.
And so they kind of hit it off. They become friendly with one another.
Is he short?
And he's pretty short.
There you go.
He's not Bruno Mars short, but he's short.
Short, yeah.
And Flutie goes, yeah, let's go. Come on in with me. He's like, I don't have a ticket. He goes, come in with me.
I'm Flutie.
And he's like, well, how are you going to get in? And Flutie goes like this. I just circles his face like, we're getting in with this. Like,
yes,
you know,
sir.
like membership has its privileges.
Yes.
I'm a famous college football player. I go where I want.
Specifically famous at BC.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my God. Do this on the red carpet when people you'd have your passes, you're on the list, and people would try to go in with you. And I'm like, just act cool and walk in, and no one's going to say a word. I can't stand people that keep asking questions.
Yeah, you got to walk through like you're supposed to be there.
Own the place.
And by the way, make eye contact.
Yes.
Don't look away like, hey, how you doing? A quick little, hey, man. Yeah,
Yes.
something like that. And if you're with with Keyshawn, whenever we go somewhere, doors swing open.
Act
he's
like
key.
you've been there. That's right.
Right.
Yes. Playboy Mansion, like, can you get me in, DFAR? Well, walk in behind me. I'm going in. I'm good. Walk in behind me. If you can't
Never
get in,
been
this
to
on
the
you.
mansion.
You've never been to the mansion?
No.
You didn't miss much.
Here's why I wanted to go to the mansion, and it's not the reason you would think.
You didn't miss a lot.
Yeah, not my thing, first of all. However, it backs up to LA Country Club. Like the back fence of the mansion is the fence for LACC. And I want to play golf at LACC.
Play golf there. Okay.
So I'd like to maybe find a hole in the fence and
It
go
didn't have
play a
to
few
have
holes.
like peacocks or monkeys or
It has
something.
chimps, I think.
Yeah,
out there,
There's
really?
like a zoo at the mansion, right?
Because they didn't allow
I've never seen it.
him.
Well, yeah, it's a
you've
zoo, but I've never seen an actual
I was
zoo.
going to say you've heard the screaming, but that could have been
That's
a
a
variety
different
of
deal.
things.
Yeah.
There's peacocks for sure, which as somebody who grew up in Arcadia, peacocks are super loud.
Everywhere.
Yeah. And they scream and make a terrible
And
sound.
cause traffic.
And they're not scared because they
not
know
at
they're
all.
gotten run over. And then, there are monkeys. Maybe it's not chimps, but there's monkeys that are out
I've
there.
And
never
that's
seen
because
that, no.
he was not allowed to be a member of LACC, and
Yes.
he wants to be like, well,
And so I will
screw
ruin
you.
it for the rest of you. I will have
Oh.
this noisy creatures that
Have you
ruin
heard
it
of
for
the
you.
grotto there?
That's the pool, right?
That's the pool.
Yeah.
So bumped into Cade McNown there twice.
Oh.
Like, what are you doing here again? And he said the same to me, but I'm retired. You're not. Who else?
Oh.
And I almost got in a fight with John Rocker, of all people.
Well, okay. Well, see, I think you can live off with all people. I have a feeling John Rocker probably got in fights with a lot
I
of people.
got no truck with
I
John
know.
Rocker.
Well,
I don't even play baseball.
Well, John Rocker is a specific flavor of ice cream.
But I didn't know that. I didn't know he
okay.
hated all people.
He hates everybody.
I did
Mike
not
Smith,
know.
like we were talking
My friend,
before.
I didn't know
he
he
hates
hated all people.
everybody.
But he was just staring me down. I mean, we're in the middle of a Playboy party.
That sounds like John Rocker.
And he's staring me down, of all people.
Yeah,
like, why?
Well, I could take a guess.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
If I had to take a guess why John Rocker was staring at you, I know where I'd start.
I think maybe I said something about him because he was in full John Rocker mode back then.
Yeah, you started this.
What the heck was that?
That's my peacock impression.
That's you?
That's me.
Do that again?
You want live or you want Memorex?
No, I want the Memorex. That's you?
It's pretty close.
I would
Yeah,
have
do it
called
live.
the paramedics.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what they are. They honk and then
Yeah.
they scream.
And do you know they can fly? Oh my God!
That's
Don't
what they
ever
do.
do that again, Travis. Wow.
See, it's not just Lee.
Don't ever
You're
do
in
that
the
again,
room and
Travis.
you're
That's what
making
they
eye
sound
contact.
like. I'm basically like an what's the person that studies birds? Aviarist. Yeah, I'm an
Bird watcher.
aviarist. Bird watcher.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
not the sound; it's the look on your face when you do it.
It comes from the diaphragm. You
like
gotta
episode of The Ring.
You gotta
Someone who
dig
studies
down.
birds is called an ornithologist.
Ornithologist.
Thank you.
But
Okay.
like an Audubon Society, I believe, is someone who like studies birds as well.
Audubon Society makes me think of birds.
Yeah.
I like
don't know.
Decepticons.
Yeah,
the
me too.
Transformers.
Okay. Let's
said
just
Autobots,
name
didn't you?
things.
Yeah, I'm not an Optimus Prime. There's Optimus Prime, and what's the other bad guy?
Megatron.
Megatron.
Yeah, the good guy.
The National Audubon Society is impact for birds, people, and the planet thanks to support. So it's bird watching society.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know a
So
lot
there's
of
a difference
people.
between bird watching and bird studying.
Oh.
And so I think that's where the
An
distinction comes.
ornithologist is a studier.
But yeah, let's just name our
Studier.
favorite names for things.
I have people in the Midwest that say that like if it flies, it dies. That's their mentality.
They like to shoot it.
They
and
like to
then-
shoot stuff.
And sometimes they'll eat it.
Maybe.
Peacocks fly. I never
think-
saw anybody shoot one.
I think it's more of the shooting. Yeah, they just like to shoot things.
shooting a peacock would not be challenging. They're pretty big.
What about the Birds Aren't Real Society?
Birds aren't real.
My daughter believes that not birds necessarily, but that crows specifically are government agents. That they perch on power lines to get recharged. And her argument is, ready? Have you ever seen a baby crow?
I have never ever seen a
Nick-
baby
Nick-
It's
crow.
honestly a better one for pigeons too.
Yeah,
so
pigeons, yeah.
have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Yeah.
Your daughter just ruined my life now.
So yeah, that they sit on the power lines to
Yes.
get recharged, and you've never seen a baby. They're out there to keep an eye
It's
on
surveillance.
everything. Yeah,
I have never seen a baby crow.
nor have I.
Or
my-
pigeons.
Or a pigeon. Or a
Yeah.
baby pigeon. Oh my God.
never
She
seen them.
might be right.
Like gooses are not in this thing because you've seen goslings
Yes,
and ducklings
and ducks
yeah.
and chicks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they're fine. Those things are fine.
Turkeys.
Some fowl are fine.
I've
I
seen-
just became
but
terrified.
the thing is, those are the fowl that we eat, and that's
Right.
how we know that they're not.
Yeah.
Like we don't eat crow, we
Baby
don't eat
crows.
pigeon.
Well, they
Yeah.
say you're going to eat some crow, so
Yeah.
somebody at some point had to have
Had
eaten
to
a
eat-
crow
yeah,
because
eat
that
the
means
crow.
they know they
And wait,
taste
I
like
take that
the
back.
thought
I've
of
seen-
eating crow
tastes
is
like
I've
so
seen
chicken.
dead
disgusting.
crows. I've seen some dead
I've seen
crows.
dead crows.
Yes. And
but
there's- yeah.
maybe that's
Well, that's because
before
they couldn't get back to the charger.
That's what it was. Okay. Right.
exactly.
This one was kind of squished, though.
Oh, is it kind of blood and
Yeah, it's
guts?
kind of squished.
Oh,
So
that's, I mean, not poor crow, obviously.
Yeah.
but
is that the
that's-
decoy to throw us off?
That's
Okay.
the-
Also,
Yeah.
Mark, I'm not saying that the entirety of this it's going to be small because
Oh.
if it was so big in like animatronic, we'd all know by now.
It's like the Terminator. It's covered with flesh, but it's mechanics on the
The
inside.
Lee Harvey Oswald
Right.
of crows.
But it tastes
yes.
like chicken. That's what I heard.
Crow?
Yeah.
I've heard the
Why-
rattlesnake
why would
tastes
Are you
like
serious?
chicken.
Stop.
Alligator
Everything
tastes
tastes
like
like
Everything
chicken.
tastes like chicken.
As an ad for KFC pops up right when you say that. Yes.
KFC's pretty good. Just saying. Remember that thing? And they may still have it. I've been to KFC in a long time, but
What?
they had that bowl.
Yeah,
that
with the
had
gravy?
mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
gravy, corn, cheese, fried chicken on top.
Everything wonderful in life.
I mean, who doesn't
I
want
think
to
I
eat
had it
multiple?
once. It didn't look like the advertisement.
It
but
doesn't.
It was good,
It
though.
never
Yeah.
does. But it's a big bowl of mashed potatoes, fried chicken, cheese, gravy, and corn. Who doesn't want that?
What about when they tried to launch that KFC thing where the bun was chicken?
Yeah,
Oh, 2 pieces of
I
chicken.
never
no.
had the pleasure.
Ham and
I
but-
didn't
cheese.
either.
Yeah,
I don't know
And
the last
2
time I was at
pieces of
KFC.
chicken.
I haven't had. I like it, but I haven't had it. In
Yeah.
Coleslaw and biscuits are fire there, though.
You like coleslaw?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
biscuits are
Coleslaw.
good.
You're a coleslaw guy?
Right,
Coleslaw,
right,
coleslaw?
No, I like coleslaw.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
My
well,
mom
next-
my grandma makes really good coleslaw.
I don't like the real creamy one that's got a bunch of mayonnaise in it. I'm not one of those
But I
anti
think you tried my grandma's recipe. It is more mustard forward.
I
Yeah.
like it that and more vinegar forward.
When we
Like,
go out to eat,
yeah.
you guys can all have my coleslaw.
Yeah?
I'm a no on coleslaw.
What do you?
As long as
you
it's
get
crunchy.
potato salad?
When I did, yes, potato salad,
Are
baked
you
beans,
off
whatever.
potato salad now?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I'll get back to it at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just feeling pretty good at the
Potatoes and
the
pickles
rotation of food I have. I'm feeling
good.
pretty good. But
Okay.
yeah, I want to get back to it. But you can have my coleslaw.
I got
Yes.
a triple header starting tonight, DeMarco.
Triple header?
A triple header, a football triple header starting tonight.
You're doing 3 games tonight?
I am doing 2, attending a third.
Wow.
Wow.
So tonight, Dana Hills versus Aliso Nagel, 5-0 against 4-1. Go
Nice.
Dolphins! So I
Nice.
got my PA responsibilities today
Yes.
on that one.
Keep
Looking
that
forward
O.
to that.
Yes.
Going to San Diego State, Hawaii on Saturday night.
Wow.
Okay.
In Hawaii?
No, I wish. So it's Parents Weekend, San Diego State. So we're going down there.
Yes.
And then Rams on Sunday.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Triple
Not
header.
all in one day.
No.
Oh.
No, 3 games.
Friday,
Saturday,
Saturday,
Sunday.
Oh, I thought you meant all in one night. I'm like, dang, bro.
No.
You're going to be rolling.
I don't have that kind of bandwidth.
Take one of these bottles with you.
Yeah.
Take one of these
You
Milagro
got your
tequila bottles.
Yeah, you got set up over there.
Well, yeah, it's on the right side of the room.
Look, I love all the partners that I have. I love, at NextGen, and at Valvoline, and at Prize Picks, and Joseph S. Normand, and, of course, my pals at Rotolo Chevrolet that we've had forever and ever. But I'm not going to lie. I kind of look over there and see you. What do we got? 5 bottles in front of you?
I got the silver here. What else? I got the añejo.
You know you make friends with your new co-host?
What? How?
Well, your new
Say
team,
hello?
by the way. Your new team.
Your new crew. You got to say, hey, Em, come on in here, and you have the first round draft pick. And Jorge, come on in.
We got to use one of these for like next week, right?
What's next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got next week. We got to use these for like, the entire year.
Oh, well, I mean, you're their guy.
I mean, we'll share. Yeah, we can get more. We can always get more.
Make a call. See what's out there for sure. All right, Dodgers shuffle the deck a little bit. Right?
Kind of weird, right?
I like it.
Okay.
I because there's a very specific reason you do it, and I like the reasoning behind it. That's coming up next. It's Travin DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. NextGen is the official AC Heat and Plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right, for a limited time, ESPN LA fans can get the NextGen Rewards membership for only $14.99 a month. Keep your entire home comfortable year-round with coverages like multi-point tune-ups and cleanings on your AC, plumbing inspections, complimentary diagnostics, and discount parts. Call them at 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. Or visit them online at nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your next appointment.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Now is a great time to visit the Commerce Casino and Hotel, located 7 miles south of downtown LA, just off the 5 freeway. Come experience some of the best action that SoCal has to offer. There's always a seat at the table at LA's Commerce Casino, with the widest variety of poker and table games around, from easy baccarat, hold'em, 21st century blackjack, and many more. Commerce Casino is where the game reigns. Must be 21. Play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgambling.ca.gov.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Lakers preseason is here. Take the Lakers with you on the go and download the Lakers app, presented by BB Go. Stay up to date with game start times so you don't miss any of the action. Receive the latest game news, highlights, photos, Lakers promotions, and more as we head into the new season. Receive play-by-play updates with our live activities feature. Download the Lakers app now for preseason basketball. Let's go, Lakers!
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
The countdown to tip-off is on, and George Chevrolet wants to get you in the game with unbeatable offers on a new Chevy. That's right, George Chevrolet, your 6-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, is playing to win with big discounts and season-high savings on new models like the redesigned Chevy Traverse, the fuel-efficient Chevy Trax, and the all-electric Duo, the Chevy Blazer EV and Equinox EV, and many more. Visit George Chevrolet in Bellflower off the 91 Freeway Lakewood exit or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. based on total household installations as of December 2023.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Got my walk in yesterday.
Yeah. How far did you get? 6 miles?
6.5-ish.
Yeah. It's hour 30?
I wish. Hour 45.
Hour 45.
Yeah, I
Good
wasn't
walk.
super fast. Got some climb.
Yeah.
Which is good. And, you've got me going again.
Good.
That's good. You
How
talked
much
me
did
off
you
the
think
couch.
about the Dodgers during that hour 40?
About
an hour?
Trying to think. I just worry about all the ways that the world can attack me on my walks. I try to find a way to kind of clear my head, and I end up thinking about all, but by the time I get back, I feel better. Not a ton of Dodgers on the walk yesterday. I did get the notification that they'd flip-flopped their pitching.
Did you freak out? Did you think something was wrong?
No.
That Yamamoto's going first?
It's funny. It was one of those things when they said that Flaherty was going to pitch first earlier.
Yeah.
It's okay, he's the guy that's been the healthiest. He's the guy that's the most stretched out. Sure, he's your air quote best guy.
Makes
at
the
the
most
moment.
sense.
Makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And then when they flipped it and put Yamamoto in game 1 and Flaherty in game 2, you're like, oh yeah, that's a much better idea. It really didn't even hit me hey, why isn't Yamamoto? Just simply because he isn't stretched out. He's only pitched 5 innings once in the last 4 months or something like that. So but then you stop. He's your best guy.
Is he your best guy,
yes.
or is it just because of timing?
No, he's your best guy.
Because you can get him off the 5 days
Well,
rest.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
so
okay.
It's a 5-game series at longest.
Yes.
Only one person's pitching twice.
Right.
You want your best guy to pitch twice.
It'll be him.
And he's their best guy, and it allows him to get that extra day of rest. So I think Flaherty in game 2 is fine. I do think that Yamamoto against the Padres, we've seen him struggle. We saw this was very early in the season. It's in Korea, as a matter of fact, when they opened up over there, and he got bombed out by them. But that's a million years ago. Not a huge deal. He's your best guy. He's the guy that gives you the best chance to. It's the 5th inning, and the Padres haven't scored.
God, he 8 earned runs.
That again
in
that was
6 innings.
Long time ago. He pitched poorly. You were talking about,
15 to 11.
No, it was
long time ago.
It was bad. But you were talking about the Dodgers winning 2 out of 3 against the Pods a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like,
you're in their head.
It's all ancient history, right? It's literally 0-0. Who's got the best stuff of all of your players available? Who's your best guy?
Yamamoto. Okay. You said that a long time ago before we started doing this show, that he would be the key to the season.
He's the key to the season before it started, and I think he's the key to the season right now. If he can pitch, if he gives you 5 innings and fewer than 2 or fewer runs, that's a pretty good outing for him. If he gives you 5 innings and 1 or 0, it's a really good outing for him. If there's somehow, some way, through efficiency, good luck, roll the dice, whatever it is, if he can get you 6 or even an out or 2 into the 6th inning, it's a game changer. It allows games 2, 3, and 4 to be played slightly differently because you don't have to burn up some of that pitching. Because Flaherty's probably going to give you 5.
Yeah,
it just makes a lot of sense to have your best guy go game 1, game 5.
Either one going first. I think they're your 2 best guys. If Yamamoto's first, and so be it. If Flaherty was first, and so be it. I just hope that you don't screw up the outing either way with bad defensive help. And that brings in Freddie Freeman just in case. Because if Yamamoto's cruising and he's having a good inning, gets the 2 outs, and then you let one go through, and now you get one on base. And
this is
spot where you get out is a spot where you give up runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. But this is why Yamamoto, in the situation that you just described, Yamamoto's the better bet. Because error, right? Whether it's Freddie or anybody else. If somebody gets on base because you make an error defensively.
Error,
He's the guy, guys, I got it. I'm going to blow this guy away.
Okay.
Here, like I can
pitch my way out of trouble.
I can get us out of trouble simply because I'm that good. Flaherty can do it too, but Yamamoto is a better pitcher than Jack Flaherty. That's no disrespect to Jack Flaherty. He's pitched really well for the Dodgers. Yamamoto's better. There's a reason Yamamoto has $300 million contract.
Right.
He's better at this than he is. He's not as healthy. He's not as experienced in Major League Baseball in this situation. He's your best guy. He should pitch twice.
So what's your thoughts on Freeman, by the way? Because this is just because you can get Yamamoto twice in one series. What's your
What do you mean? Well, I don't see the connection.
On Freeman coming back?
Yeah.
Just the whole situation where you might have to move somebody to first base.
Well,
and you might lose the bat. Because pitching, I think we already know it's either Flaherty or Yamamoto, and either way, it's your best guy going.
You're going to have to win a game without one of those guys, probably.
Without Freeman?
No. Without Yamamoto or Flaherty.
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
And now you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like Yamamoto could win game 1, Flaherty could win game 2. You lose 3 and 4, you get Yamamoto back for 5. So theoretically, you could find a way to win the series without any of those other guys pitching well. But now your margins are basically zero.
I'm hoping Ohtani pops in for one of those. No matter what happens, he wins the game. No matter who's pitching or how they're pitching, his bat wins a game.
You want a Pete Alonso situation where he comes up at the right time.
And kaboom, right.
Yeah.
Or Mookie wins it. Your bats win it. Either one of those guys.
The Freddie thing is interesting because it's an easy call. You know what I mean? Like
not to play him?
No.
Yeah.
That if he can't play, he comes out. You know what I mean? Like if it becomes a major liability, it's not like I don't have any. You have options. They're not great options, but you slide Muncy over to first base. He's played first base before. He's fine over there. He's not great, but he's fine. And you put Kike, Edman,
at third?
Taylor, somebody else over at third base to deal with that. I mean,
Kike, right?
You don't have to move. The whole team doesn't move because Freddie comes out. It's just you just move Muncy over to the other side and put one person in over there.
Inter-squad game is what? That means like a practice game?
Yeah.
Because he did bat. He just didn't play defense.
Inter-squad scrimmage.
Inter-squad scrimmage. See, I can't even say
Emily struggles with scrimmage. She throws a Q in there.
Scrimmage.
S and the Q's near each
S and
other.
Q's,
Intra-squad scrimmage. And slow down.
From squad and put it in squimmage.
Yeah, I want to say squimmage. Yeah.
So that's just a practice game amongst Dodgers.
It's nonsense.
So
I don't want to say it's nonsense, but it's not.
It's a way to practice.
It's practice.
Yeah.
It's kind of sort of quasi a little bit some live pitching that you can see, but
okay. I just heard that Freddie Freeman was in the inter-squad scrimmage, right? Now you got me messing up. And he bat for both teams, but he did not play defense.
That's one of those, keep him out of there until he gets healthy. Do it.
Okay.
Until you have to do it. He'll give it a go.
Knock on wood.
I don't think they're going to lose the series because Freddie Freeman's defense is the issue. Because if they get leads, I do think he'll come off the field. Because if they get leads, then all of a sudden you try to tie
game.
You're playing a little bit differently, and you do have one of the things that the Dodgers value, I think probably more than any team in baseball, is versatility, optionality. That Tommy Edman can literally play 7 positions on the field, right?
Yeah.
Kike Hernandez could probably play 7 positions on the field. Chris Taylor could play 4 or 5. Mookie Betts can play 4 or 5. Like you have a lot of guys that you can move around. So if they get a 3-4 run lead or even a 2-run lead in the late innings, and you were worried that Freddie can only move a step or 2 in either direction, and that's it, take him off the field.
Nice. Who are they throwing against you? Game 1. Do you know?
Game 1 will be Darvish. I believe.
Oh my God! What a matchup there. Yeah. I think that's why they did it.
You want 2 Japanese guys going at each other?
That's why they did it right there.
No, I thought they did it because
chair in Japan.
Yeah,
that's why they did that.
I think they did it because Yamamoto's their best guy. I think that's why they did it.
Let's maximize ratings. Come on.
Okay. I'm positive.
And I like you, Darvish. I love
by the way,
pitches.
Have I fulfilled my obligation of remaining positive so far?
Oh, by the way, okay, so I did Between the Horns for the Rams the other day, right? So I haven't been there in a while. It was good to see the crew. We did the show. JB, Cam Irwin was there. So right when we finished, Bing, his name is Bing, and he is pure California. He's from Pasadena.
Oh.
Went to school here. His first job is here as a young dude. He's a surfer. So
is he a Pasadena High School Bulldog?
I have to ask him. He might be, but he is pure.
John Muir Mustang?
I'm not sure. He wears different colored shoes.
Okay.
I mean, this dude is pure Californian. I love it. So he steps out from behind the editor's bay because I can't see him when we're doing the show. And he walks over, and usually we chop it up about what we just talked about, chop it up about the Rams. And he goes, I heard your show yesterday. And I'm like, oh, yeah, what'd you think? Tell Travis he's too damn negative.
Well, that's not the first time I've heard that. Yesterday I was positive,
but
too.
He's a huge Dodgers fan.
So am I.
He's like, tell him we have Ohtani.
Yep.
Tell him we have Mookie Betts. Tell him the bullpen will be fine. He said specifically for me to tell you that. So he said
What's
the
his
bullpen,
name?
Bing.
Bing.
His real name is Bing.
Okay, Bing. I'm
He's
with
listening
you.
right now.
Bing, I am trying my absolute hardest to be positive, and I told DeMarco, I told Mason in Ireland yesterday this. Emily's heard. I'm going to remain positive until there's no reason not to. Okay?
Yes.
So right now, I'm very positive. I hear you. I misspoke. Dylan Cease pitches game 1 for the
Dylan
Padres.
Cease. Okay, thank you.
The Dodgers do have Ohtani. That's great news. He can deliver a whole bunch of offense. Mookie, a whole bunch of offense. That's great. The bullpen has been really, really good for the Dodgers this season. I'm not saying this will be the fatal flaw, Bing, but so you're aware of all of the information.
Yes.
The Dodger bullpen threw 648 innings this year, which is the most in baseball. It's asking a lot of those guys. Now, I believe that they're up for it. I believe that they can do it. But sometimes your tires are bald.
Yes.
And all of a sudden you have to stop real fast.
Yes.
And you slide.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
Not that that's
You're
going
preparing.
to happen.
I stepped up. I said what you said to him.
Mookie doesn't pitch.
Yes.
Ohtani does pitch, but he won't pitch in this series.
Yes.
You're going to have to get somebody, and I believe that you will find them because I'm super positive.
Yes.
That will
I don't think
step
you're being
into that void.
Yes, I don't think you're being super negative now.
But I also think that
I think you're being cautious, and I think he's blind.
Cautious for me is just outright rainbows and puppy dog.
But
tails.
I think he's blind because I brought up what you brought up.
Yeah.
I parroted Travis. I said you don't want the bullpen to be taxed, and they've pitched a lot of innings. You know what he said? His response to that was Ohtani.
Ohtani doesn't pitch.
Exactly.
But that means
that borders on delusional. I'm sorry.
Right,
if you're being too positive, it borders on delusional. Okay, you're realizing you're not seeing the facts of what's ahead of you.
That's what I was right. So somewhere in the middle, Trav.
The good news, I'm a little reluctant to characterize it as good news because I don't injuries bad. The Padres very likely not having Joe Musgrove is an advantage for the Dodgers because he's nasty. He's really good.
Good for
but
clarity.
They do have Cease.
Yeah.
They do have King. They do have Darvish. They do have really good starting pitching. And they've got a bullpen that's got Scott. They've got Adam. They've got Suarez. They're able to shorten that game. So the Dodger bullpen's going to have to step up. The variable is not the offense. The variable is can somebody, Buehler, Knack, and I believe they can.
Yeah.
Pitch you into the fifth inning a couple of times in those games to not have to go into your bullpen over and over and over again. That's the part that is the most concerning for me.
No mental block because it's the Padres, right?
No.
Okay, because like getting through the Niners, once you get through them, it's smooth sailing. No one can beat us.
No, I don't think the Dodgers look at the Padres and go, "Uh-oh, not those guys." I don't think it's that at all. And I'm not even doing a bit here.
Not just this season?
No, the Dodgers. I don't think look at anybody like, "Uh-oh." They're the Dodgers, for God's sake. They've got a payroll that dwarfs just about everybody else in baseball.
But I'd be happy to be rid of these guys forever. Yeah, at least for this season. Yeah.
But the opposite is true. I don't think the Padres are looking at the Dodgers like, "Uh-oh." I think they're like, "Yeah, let's go." I think these are two teams. It's like two fighters. Can you beat me? Yes. Can I beat you?
Yes. Okay.
Like
whoever lands first.
I have to be on my game to beat you, but if I'm on my game, I'm going to beat you. And I think they're both looking at it the same way. They're both really good. They're good for slightly different reasons, but they're both really good. They both have a lot of offense. The Padres bullpen is probably not as deep as the Dodgers, but the back end's a little better. They're both reasonably good defensively. They're pretty similar, but the Padres have better starting pitching. Right now, that's their advantage.
See, if I was Bing, I would say we have Ohtani. See, I'm living in...
Guys, I will put my Ohtani fandom up. Like, I'm going to say a word that I hate.
What?
You ready? I hate and don't ask me why I hate it. Just
go ahead.
let it go by. Okay? From me to you, as two people that are becoming friends.
Yes.
I just need you to let... I've been accused of glazing Ohtani. Okay? Let's just...
How am I supposed to let that go?
Just let it go.
Okay, just let it go?
By a lot of people, including my own children. Okay? So,
do you know what that means?
Yes, I do. Just let it go. Stop. I told you not to talk about it.
You said it.
I did.
The one time I was out of the room.
So my Ohtani fandom credentials have been well established.
Okay.
Guys, he's only going to hit 5 times a game, maybe only 4.
Yeah.
As good as he is, he might be the best I've ever seen. Baseball isn't basketball.
You need
this
help.
isn't
Yes.
Michael Jordan and just say, bleep it, I'm getting you 50. It doesn't work like he's the best player on the field every time he steps on it. So we have the advantage of the best guy. That's not how look, are the Padres were better than the Atlanta Braves? Okay, they went through. Every other series, the lower seed won. Every other series,
Crazy.
the lower
That,
seed won.
nuts.
So
Yes.
that's what I mean. It's just, you can, we won more games. Okay, cool.
Now we're going to see what happens.
Now what?
Yeah.
And here's the most important part of all of it coming up next. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and if you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a great cash offer with no need for repairs. They buy it as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close within days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving costs and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Football fans, now is your chance to experience NFL Los Angeles. As part of your SoFi Stadium tour, get an exclusive tour of the NFL's West Coast headquarters, located just across SoFi Stadium. Get a sneak peek into the hub that is home to your favorite NFL studios and brings news and entertainment to millions of football fans around the globe. Make the most of this NFL season with this unforgettable tour experience, complete with exclusive access to the SoFi Stadium field. Buy your tickets today at SoFiStadium.com/tours.
Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon, or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. LA's premier card room now open 24/7. Tune in all this week to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino. That includes this Sunday's tailgate party passes to HPC and game day tickets at SoFi. Listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Tailgate passes to HPC and game tickets to SoFi, Hollywood Park Casino. Park, party, and play. Must be 21 and older to enter.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
In 2021, LSU finished with a disappointing 6-7 record. Luckily for them, a new head coach in Chip Kelly and a quarterback from Arizona State, Jaden Daniels, arrived in Baton Rouge. They lead LSU to the 2022 SEC Championship game and defeated Purdue in the Citrus Bowl to finish 10-4. Kelly and Daniels made that 2021 season like it never even happened.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up. You can go farther and save on full synthetic with our oil change special. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life oil filter for just $35.99. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
That is a weird phenomenon.
What's
isn't it? Like, you and I are roughly the same age. You're
Yes.
older. I just want to make that clear.
Stop it. Stop. See
my,
to see.
My buddy G-Fish,
Yes.
I think he's like
What
6
up,
days
G-Fish?
older than me, but
Yeah.
I always give him a hard time that
course.
he's the older person. Remember All in the Family?
Yes.
Archie Bunker?
Archie Bunker.
Right, Carol O'Connor is the actor's name. You know how old he was in that show?
During Archie Bunker?
Well, he was
40.
playing Archie Bunker. Like his actual age, Carol O'Connor, the human being, was 48 years old.
48 years old?
Right.
He looked like he was 70.
Sparky Anderson, when he was managing the Reds, was in his 30s.
And looked like he was in his...
Smoking ages
right.
you.
Wow.
Right. And so
is that what it is?
This idea that, like, well, how old is that guy? Oh, he's 79. Well, wait, he looked like he was 79 in 1979. How can he be 79 right now? That's
we were talking about Bob Uecker.
Yeah,
That's
Bob
what it was.
Uecker's been around forever and does a great job, because we were talking about Ueck. And this is what I think Bing, is it? Bing. So I think this is what Bing is looking at, and what you're looking at, and what I'm hoping for, honestly. My best beats your best.
Yes.
That Ohtani comes up with the game on the line, and he wins, right? Like we talk about in the red zone with the Rams. Like, you need guys down there that win. It's not a matter of scheme or anything. I'm better at this than you. And I came out on top in this particular moment.
I'm ready for the moment.
I'm ready for the moment.
Yes.
And last night, the Mets had their best guy up. The Brewers had their best guy on the mound. And the Mets guy won. And we were talking about Bob Uecker. This is Bob Uecker as the voice of the Brewers. His call as Pete Alonso hits a 3-run home run off of Devin Williams.
Hit in the air to right. Deep warning track and gone.
A lot of Mets fans there.
Just put New York on top in this one with a 3-run home run to right field. And just like that, a 2-0 lead is now a 3-2 deficit. That quickly.
Wow. That's
And-
Bob?
That's Bob.
He went on to say, it's like after the result was final, he's like, long pregnant pause. Like, this is going to sting. Like, this is the best team that they've had in a while, and like, this is going to sting.
It's the best team they've had in a while. They're a good team. I felt horrible for Devin Williams. Devin Williams is really good.
Really good pitcher.
He might be the best closer in the National League. He's that good. He's terrific. And he said, this is the best team I've been on. This is the closest team of guys I've ever been, the best group of guys I've ever been on. Everybody did their job but me.
Wow.
I let everybody down. And that's just like, oh my God.
That's not the case,
Of
right?
course it's not.
That's not the case.
But at the same time, DeMarco, that's how he feels.
And respect, because he owned it. Just like the owner yesterday saying, it's my fault this guy is here.
Yeah.
He sucks. I brought him
Kendrick.
in. But there's nowhere to go with the story, right? So, I mean, that's great of a teammate to say, look, it's all me. They played well. This one's on me. There's no story anymore. But it is what it is. It's not all his fault.
It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it is either.
Yeah.
But as someone who gave up more than their fair share of home runs,
there's
nobody to blame.
Yeah.
You didn't. It's not like, well, you should have caught that.
Well, what's the tipping pitches thing?
The tipping pitching thing is we'll get to that in 1 second.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for him because he's such a good player.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault. Only it
kind of is.
He threw the pitch, and it wasn't a bad pitch. Which, by the way, that ball's hit 5 feet further towards center field. It's either an out or it's off the wall, and we're still playing.
You stepped on the chalk line. What did you do?
Something.
Yeah, you upset the baseball
You
guys.
put on your socks in the wrong order.
Yes.
Something somewhere didn't go your way.
Or this is going to help you down the road, yes.
Or Devin Williams was tipping his pitches a little bit. John Boy had a thing about how he was digging in his glove a little bit differently, and it could have been that. It could have been Pete Alonso's an all-star. Pete Alonso's a 50 home run a season guy. He's a really good. He might have just hit one.
If you got to tell, then I don't feel sorry for you. As a football player, sometimes quarterbacks would scream out the cadence. They'd scream out what the count is in the huddle, and I can hear you. So I'd have to be stupid not to take off right before that second hut, right? So if you give me something to use, then I'm going to use it. So if you're tipping pitches, I don't feel bad for you. And then this whole thing, this mea culpa, it stings a little bit if you're tipping your pitches, especially if I told you.
The tip wasn't obvious, okay? It was watching the – I'm going to back up a little bit.
If John Boy found it.
But again, John, I'll get to this.
Yeah.
There are guys of which John Boy is one, for sure, that have this unbelievable ability, talent, knack, whatever you want to call it, to see things that most people don't see. Little, teeny, tiny, subtle differences. I had a teammate, Jeff Elder. Okay, what up, Squig? Squiggy was his nickname.
Nice.
And Squiggy, great guy.
Did he look like Squiggy?
A little bit. He more sounded like Squiggy. Hello. Right? Yeah. Hello, Laverne. He sounded more like
Squigs. Yes.
Squiggy did not look. You know who Squiggy looked like?
Who?
Terminator 2.
Yes.
He looked like that guy.
Oh, Robert Patrick.
He looked like Robert Patrick.
Yeah, okay.
He looked like Robert Patrick. A little Robert Patrick, a little Ray Liotta. Put it to you this way. Squiggy was a groomsman in my wedding.
Okay.
Susan's friends really were interested in what he was up to.
Yes, nice.
Hey, who's that?
Yes.
What's his story? Like, he was very popular.
Smart.
Robert Patrick isn't like a striking man.
Very blue eyes.
Okay.
And
Robert Patrick, back in the day.
Emily, whether you like it or not, I'm telling you, they loved him.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, it was aggressive. Anyway, he had the ability to watch a pitcher throw 10 pitches. I got it. What do you mean you got it? I know everything he's going to throw. What do you mean? When he does this, I'm like, when he does what? And if his elbow's here, I'm like, tell me again. I still
Oh, really?
could,
Oh, my God.
but he had it. And so you get a series of, I can relay, I know what's coming. Now, what the Astros were doing with cameras and banging trash cans, that's not cool. But if I can just look at you, your hand position, your glove position, your set position, could be a million different things. And they're really, some are very obvious, but some are very subtle. And seeing Williams, to me, looked very subtle, but maybe somebody did pick the pitch.
A professional hitter is going to pick up on it. Yeah. I would study tape. I'd study you during games. I'd pick up on all your crosstalk, and by the second quarter, I knew everything you were doing.
Yeah.
Or coming into a game. This is why I vibe with Aaron so much. We would just stare at like a paused video for hours, and then go to the next play and see if I can see anything different. That's going to give me a tip for the next play. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for it, you're going to find anything. Now, if you're giving it away in that situation,
I don't
feel bad for you.
This was not a giveaway. This was a very subtle set position. This was a slightly different hand position inside the glove. I get it's part of the game. You got to set the same. You got to be ready to go the same,
and you still got to hit it.
And you still got to hit it. I mean, that was a pitch that was in a good spot. And this is what I think, to come all full circle here, is what the Dodgers are going to need to do. Their best guys are going to need to win in big situations. Ohtani's going to have to get a hit off a good pitcher. Betts is going to have to get a hit off a good pitcher.
Yeah.
And conversely, Alex Vezina, Evan Phillips, Kopech, you're going to have to get Manny Machado out in a big spot. You're going to have to get Jackson Merrill out. Your guys are going to have to win Machado in big spots.
I don't know why people hate him so much. I get why you hate him.
Yes, you do. You would hate him.
I get why you hate him, but the guy can play.
He's going to the Hall of Fame. He's a terrific player.
I get why you hate him.
You would hate him.
I'm sure I would.
You would hate him.
But I respect his ability.
What if you had a teammate that not only wouldn't hustle, but was contemptful of people who did?
Yeah, we wouldn't be teammates long.
That's what I'm saying.
We wouldn't be teammates
so that's
very long.
why.
But he can play.
And then if I told you, but what if you get a guy that's going to hit 30 home runs and make every play at third
Marshall
base?
Falk wasn't the easiest guy to be teammates with.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He was very standoffish. He was the only guy that refused Dick Vermeil's parties. He would have these wine parties for the entire team just to get to know. He was the only guy in the 3 years that said no.
He was there on Sunday, though, right?
Definitely. Like gangbusters. So we let some things go.
Yeah, you let some stuff go with Manny.
No doubt, yes.
Like, I hope Manny goes 0 for 900 in this series coming up.
Yeah.
He scares the you-know-what out of me.
Good. Yeah.
If you said, who do you not want coming to bat with the game on the line? That one.
Japanese pitchers have tells.
Their
motion is so wild.
Everybody's got a little thing but some of them are very hard to pick. For whatever reason, maybe Williams was tipping, but not everybody can pick them up. Not everybody, they're not obvious. They're very rarely obvious.
And you still got to hit it. Yeah.
And you still got to hit it. We got our snake draft. Em, what are we drafting coming up next?
We are drafting SNL characters in honor of the movie Saturday Night coming out this weekend.
Let's do it. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Yo, D-Far here, and play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get stuck in traffic when you don't have to? You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than an hour, less than 60 minutes if you're stuck on the 405 or the 110 right now. Think about that. Pechanga gives all guests the amenities they expect of a world-class resort, exceptional entertainment, dining, great food, spa, which I love, golf, Travis, and let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. The casino floor is huge. Like, you can get lost in there. There's 1,100 hotel rooms and suites. Like I said, the spa's outstanding, the golf course, 20 bars and restaurants, and so much more make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. Readers of Newsweek and USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. So if you like to lounge poolside or put a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort and Casino is waiting for you. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number right now, 888-PECHANGA, to book a reservation for more info. And follow them on Instagram if you have that, at Pechanga Casino, for up-to-the-minute news and information, and I'll be at one of those bars.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Hey, it's Travis with Prize Picks. Did you know that you can win up to 100 times your money with Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks? That's right. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. So why not join 10 million users and sign up today? Prize Picks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. So when my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. This week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at football. Patrick Mahomes, more than 267.5 passing yards, and Saquon Barkley for more than 67.5 rushing yards. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Are you looking to stay up to date on all Lakers news during preseason? Make sure you've signed up for Lakers emails to keep you in the loop. Lakers pregame emails provide the latest game day information and projected starters. With Lakers weekly emails, get electric game highlights and exclusive Lakers promotions straight to your inbox. Sign up now at Lakers.com/emails. That's Lakers.com/emails. Let's go, Lakers.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans. Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check the kickoff time first before showing up at the stadium.
What? The slot's full already?
Final score of today's game.
You said kickoff was at 3. It was last week.
That's not how it works, Bob. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, fans! fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right, guys, time for our snake draft. New time, Fridays at 9:45. Unless we're at a remote somewhere, we can't do it on Fridays.
Right.
So this is only the second time we've done this.
Sure. Or unless Andy's filling in. Because Andy likes the draft.
But we're going to draft SNL characters in honor of both SNL's 50th season, and the movie Saturday Night is available to watch in Los Angeles, New York, and Toronto, I believe, but then expanding wide after that. So I watched it yesterday, and it's fine. But,
so not the actors and the performers, but rather the characters they play.
And again, if characters on SNL, and if it's like a pair, I'll count the pair. So, for example, if you're doing, maybe someone will pick this, Hans and Franz, I'm going to count Hans and Franz.
Yeah.
Okay? Understand? All right, Trav, you are the first pick.
I'm really glad I got the first pick. I don't even know if this would be the pick that anybody else would take, but I did a quick Google search, and it did show up at number 1 on a Rolling Stone list. I need Stefan from Bill Hader.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, it is First of all, Bill Hader, I know there's Eddie Murphy and there's Will Ferrell and there's all these incredible heavyweights that have come out of Saturday. Bill Hader might be the funniest person to have ever been on that show.
Good at impressions.
He's incredible at impressions. I love Bill Hader and Stefan talking about the weird clubs he would go to.
This place has everything.
It's just an extraordinary creation of imagination and weirdness. Stefan.
New York's hottest club is Push.
Wow.
You know, it's
and he'd put his hands over his mouth. It was brilliant.
John Mulaney did a lot of the writing for Stefan,
Yeah.
and oftentimes he would surprise Bill Hader with what he has on the screen, and would just kind of have descriptions. And so, if you haven't heard of John Mulaney, you've seen his stuff, and that is a big John Mulaney creation.
Yeah.
Why was he back in the news?
I mean, he has another baby.
Okay, maybe that's it. Okay.
With Olivia
Netflix
Wilde.
special, Letterman show.
Yes.
And there's something else that we talked about why he's up there.
Something.
Anyway,
He was just in the news again. Yeah.
we talked about it last week, and you hadn't heard of him. So I was going to go Stefan for my first overall pick if I got it, so I'm next. I am going to go with an SNL sketch where there is Jimmy Fallon in it, and it doesn't suck. And it stars one of your favorites, Lilo. I'm going to go Debbie Downer. Because,
Terrific.
I mean,
Terrific.
one, it's someone who just poops on everything. It's fantastic. I also think that it might have invented the term Debbie Downer.
I don't know that.
I'm
maybe.
pretty sure I saw that one time that invented the
Rachel
term.
Dratch is the actor.
Rachel Dratch is like,
She's
like,
great.
You know, feline AIDS or something like that. Like she was talking, like they're talking about, oh yeah, I love my cat. Oh, well, you know, they can get feline AIDS. And they're at like Disneyland or whatever. Fantastic. Always makes you laugh, even if Jimmy Fallon's in the sketch.
Yeah,
so
that's a great
Debbie
one.
Downer is my first pick. And Jorge.
Man, I don't watch SNL too much. I rather watch novelas. It's just not my thing. SNL is not my thing. But what I've seen clips of, I would go with. I like the LeVar Ball interpretation by Kenan Thompson.
Kenan Thompson.
Yeah, that's great.
I like that one.
That's great.
So I'll go with LeVar Ball
Okay.
or Kenan Thompson.
Marco, you get 2.
I get 2. Okay. I don't have to be strategic then. Okay, I'll go with Hans and Franz first, because that's what kind of drew me to SNL way back in the day. And some of our guys, we do the rookie skits, or in college we'd have to do skits. And we had a 2 linebackers named Clifford and Hoffman, and they were Hoff and Clough, and they did this. It was great. We're going to pump you up, and it was always good. Yes, and I always wondered how Arnold felt about that, and he loved it.
Arnold's got a sense of humor.
He absolutely loved it. So Hans and Franz is my number 1 pick.
Kevin Nealon and Dana Carvey, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Second one would be, do you guys remember John Belushi? Of course you do. cheeseburger.
No Coke Pepsi.
The Olympic Diner. Yes, that was so funny. Can I get some chips with that? Cheeps. cheeseburger. Cheeps.
Yes.
Hilarious. So yes, that's my character.
Good choices.
All right, Jorge.
Based on what I'm looking here on Google, just because I'm a big fan, I don't know what Sarah Palin, Tina Fey.
Tina Fey.
Oh yeah, nailed that one.
It's a great impression, but it helps immeasurably that they look so much alike.
Yes.
Yeah.
That Tina
and she
Fey
wasn't on the show anymore.
No, but Tina Fey and Sarah Palin, they look a lot alike.
Yeah.
And so that's just
Did they do
perfect.
the show together, Sarah Palin?
Yeah,
I think so.
They did.
Yeah, she did do like one of those, hey, come out from the... Those are always unfunny to me.
Yeah.
Those are always like, hey, here's a real person. Because why it's funny is because the comedian is funny and they look like this person.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But
I can see Alaska from my house. Or Russia from my
I
house.
can see Russia
it's a
from my
very,
house.
very pregnant Amy Poehler in that open with that. So if you ever go back and rewatch the Katie Couric, Sarah Palin SNL sketch, Amy Poehler is like about to pop.
Oh,
like
wow.
she's very pregnant. Okay. So I have one. I am gonna go with I'm gonna go with one of my favorite Weekend Update characters, and I like him because it's like they always say, you know who's gonna be a star on SNL if they can do a Weekend Update, and if they can do it by themselves or as a character. And this one, I feel like I could have seen a million sketches with this. Could have seen a movie, Drunk Uncle. I like Bobby Moynihan's Drunk Uncle.
It's pretty good.
Fantastic, because we've all experienced it, and he did it so perfectly. And drunk acting is hard. So shout out Bobby Moynihan, Drunk Uncle.
That's good.
I've got two.
I got, if I had the first three picks, I would have gotten all three of ones that I'm picking right now.
Nice.
So I got Stefan. Here's my next one. It's Norm Macdonald as Burt Reynolds.
Oh, my God.
And first of all, Norm Macdonald is amazing.
Yes.
And
rest his
him
soul.
as Burt Reynolds,
Yes.
where he's chewing the gum and making fun of Alex Trebek in the Jeopardy. It is next level. So I'll take Norm Macdonald as Burt Reynolds. And then lastly, I'll take Chris Farley as Matt Foley, motivational speaker.
Oh, is that down by
I
the
live in a van down, and
guy.
where he dives on the table. And I hate when people break during sketches. It always ruins it. But the two people that are in the sketch with him are Christina Applegate and David Spade, and they can barely keep it together.
They lost it? Okay.
That he has them in the palm of his hand. So I'll take Matt Foley, motivational
Do you remember Ryan
speaker.
Dempster, the pitcher?
Of course.
Okay, so he made a guest appearance on The Best Damn.
Okay.
And he did that guy. I'd never seen the Farley act.
Oh, okay.
I thought Dempster was out of his mind. I really did. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's
it's
great.
It's an act. Eddie Murphy. Anything Eddie Murphy does is hilarious to me.
Yeah?
But his Gumby,
Oh,
I
it's
am
great.
Gumby. Damn it.
Yeah.
Do you want that to be your pick?
That's my pick.
Okay, it's not
so
your
funny.
turn.
Yes, so funny. Oh, it's not my turn?
No.
Oh, I jumped the line. I'm Gumby, damn it. There, I just picked
I'm
it.
going to take Gumby then, because I can take
Jorge's,
it.
I know what Jorge's
I
did.
know, I
I'm
jumped
picking
the
that
line. That's how I got into the Intuit.
Okay, I'm going to go, most of my picks are in my genre of when I watched SNL a ton, and I still watch SNL a ton, but like when I kind of came into it. And so I'm going to go with one, Stewart?
Oh, great. The Californians. It's great.
So I'm going to take all of them together. So that's what I thought of LA before I came here.
And
it's true.
Fred Armisen's amazing. Hader's amazing in
Wig.
that. Kristen Wiig is amazing. They're heavy SNL weights.
Yeah.
Are all nailing it.
And
in
they
that
all
sketch.
look in the mirror at the same
Yeah.
time.
Nice.
The Californians.
Who's the
really
woman
that
that
bad?
played the maid in that? The girl with the freckles.
Not Maya Rudolph.
No.
She's hilarious.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Jorge. Gumby?
No, I'm not going.
I stole it. See, I want to make sure I got it.
No, I'm gonna go with what is it, Mike Myers. He was in it. And
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World,
Wayne's
sure.
out of that.
Wayne and
Yeah,
Garth.
So I'll go with Mike Myers and that character.
Those are great.
Yeah,
Man,
sure.
people hate him.
Mike Myers.
Yes.
Apparently he's difficult.
Fired a guy for looking him in the eye.
All right, never mind. I'll take Gumby.
No, Mike Myers is good. Mike Myers is great. Wayne's World's awesome.
The maid was Vanessa Bayer.
Vanessa Bayer.
Okay.
Yeah, she's great.
She's
I love.
terrific.
I almost picked her as her in Cecily Strong as like the former porn actors that are selling the jewelry.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
No, you have.
I have? Okay.
I'll send it to you. And that's
Marco,
it.
Gumby?
I had Gumby already. Can I get another one?
Nope.
Can I just take whoever you want, and you
Yeah.
can take Gumby. But let's just stay in Eddie Murphy's Mr. Robinson.
Funny.
Better than Gumby?
I like Gumby Dammit.
Okay.
Yeah, just because of how he says it.
Celebrity hot tub.
Hilarious. Any Jim when he does James Brown. Oh my God, hot tub.
Too hot in the hot tub.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
Hey, who did the Coneheads? I remember something with
Aykroyd and Chevy Chase. I know Aykroyd. Aykroyd and Jane Curtin.
Jane Curtin. And the movie wasn't bad.
I never saw the movie.
Oh my God, you'd laugh your butt off. If you like Coneheads the skit, you'd love Coneheads the movie. Yes.
I'm sure we left out not one or two, but one or two dozen.
Did you guys like Goat Boy? Jim
Dude,
Brewer?
Unbelievable.
Yes.
You know that comes from his stand-up act where he was doing an impression of Mariano Rivera.
And that's how it came
morphed into Goat Boy.
Goat Boy. Okay.
Yeah,
Jim Brewer. Yes.
And by the way, the movie Saturday Night, it's fine. It's good.
Okay.
Just
it's
fine.
It's not good. Not great. Not bad. Fine. But I do think that if you know the Andy Kaufman, like the very first episode one, when it's revealed that Nicholas Braun playing Andy Kaufman's going to do it, I burst out laughing without even him doing anything at all. I saw the vinyl record player start, and I was just dead.
That's great. That's great. Hit us up 877-710-3776. What did we forget? 877-710-ESPN. I'm going to put two of my favorite things together: food and Rams. Coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Now is a great time to visit the Commerce Casino and Hotel, located 7 miles south of downtown LA, just off the 5 freeway. Come experience some of the best action that SoCal has to offer. There's always a seat at the table at LA's Commerce Casino, with the widest variety of poker and table games around, from easy baccarat, hold'em, 21st century blackjack, and many more. Commerce Casino is where the game reigns.
Must be 21. Play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgambling.ca.gov.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I enjoyed that draft a great deal.
That was fun.
It is.
Yeah, I need to get into SNL more.
They'll still have a sketch or two every week that's really, really funny.
But I also feel like that's how you could talk about, honestly, SNL for this entire course. There are probably 2 sketches that suck. Two sketches that are good, and a couple that are fine. But I think we tend to remember only the good ones.
I wanted to draft Seagal, but that was for a different reason. Come on, that was the worst guest of all time.
That was pretty bad.
Yes.
The best sketch I've seen on that show in a really long time, and it was relatively recently, was when Nate Bargatze was George Washington, and they were introducing units of measure, like what we're going to do paint like this, but we're going to do water like this. We're going to measure everything a mile. It's 5,295 feet. Why? Nobody knows. It just everything about it was amazing.
And then, this was when was cut for time, but when Shane Gillis did the Limu Emu, but they're buddy cops, but then the emu goes too far.
Wow.
And Shane is like, we got to cover this up.
Yeah, they do a great job. So if you want to weigh in on this, like Peter in Redondo Beach wants to, give us a call. What's up, Pete?
Hey, guys, look, really one of the things that completely cracks me up is just the interaction between Colin Jost and Michael Che.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Weekend Update. In particular, I don't know, I think they just do this like once a month or something like that, but they write the worst racist jokes.
Yes.
That the other does not know what the joke is until it appears on the teleprompter.
Yes. That's dangerous, but
and
funny.
They're just like, oh my God, I can't believe you just made me say that. But it is, it's killer. I watched something on YouTube yesterday that was like a compendium that was about 20 minutes long. Just all of those jokes. And, oh my God. you said that on national TV? I mean, because they can say it late at night, you know?
Yeah, Peter, thanks for the call. That skit, and it's the same thing. Che writes jokes for Jost that are all about like white supremacy.
Yes.
And Jost writes jokes for Che that are all about his libido. Yeah. It's the same joke over and over, but it's tremendous.
One good one, I think, it was the last time they did it, maybe last season finale, was when he made a Scarlett Johansson joke, and it was like, because like Daddy needs to buy another boat.
Yeah,
wow. It's like, it was about AI or something.
Yeah,
anyway, so yeah,
it's
nuts.
Great. We got a lot of people that want to get in on this. Let's try one more here. Let's try Riverside and Kevin. Kevin, what's up, Kevin?
Hey guys. So I have a cool story. So back when I was in high school, I came from a kind of conservative family, and it was around Christmas time. And my mom just got home from doing her weekly bingo thing. And I was sitting down in the front room watching SNL, and the Pete Schweddy.
Schweddy.
That's amazing.
Schweddy balls.
Schweddy balls.
Yes.
Schweddy one came on, and I had never, ever, from a very conservative family, heard my mom laugh as hard as she did that time. So
Funny.
as crass as that one might be, it is a tremendous story and a tremendous emotional connection that I have with that. Really random.
Can I ask a quick question of him? Conservative family. Do you watch football? Do you watch Super Bowls?
Yeah, absolutely.
With your family?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction. How did that hit your family when it happened?
That was, again, with my mom, that was the only part of the Super Bowl she would watch was the halftime show. I don't think she was really filming it to begin with, but I don't entirely remember, but I don't remember it going over very well. But I was in high school, so I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, we
Yes,
all
sir.
thought it was kind of awesome for various reasons at various times. Thanks, Kevin. The Pete Schweddy with Delicious Dish, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Ed?
yeah.
Schweddy.
It was the NPR thing because they're like, ooh, these, yeah.
And it was
It was Anna Gasteyer, Molly Shannon, and
Molly
Alec
Shannon.
Baldwin was the sweaty balls guy.
Incredible.
Target lady.
No. Oh, Kristen Wiig. Yeah.
I can't believe we could
The
say
one
that.
where Kristen Wiig would show up and always one up the next person, like, oh, my husband just got a promotion. He got promoted to a regional
Penelope, I
manager.
think her name was.
Penelope, and she go, well, actually, my my husband she's great.
And we
too.
know people like that.
Honestly,
everybody.
we know
I could
people
do an
like
entire
that.
draft of
Yes.
just Kristen Wiig
Oh,
characters.
she's fantastic.
Because she's the best SNL cast member in
Is she
my
your favorite?
time growing up. I think she's the most diverse to me. Yeah.
Was she in Knocked Up? She wasn't Knocked Up.
I don't know.
She played the assistant.
Yes.
Yes, and she was so funny.
She played the executive that
Yes.
was trying to get her to lose weight.
Yes.
And like Titan. Yeah, she was great.
Another one from Kristen Wiig when she was, I had on my list, Dunice, where she had the baby arms.
Oh, that's
wow.
weird, man.
like
Yeah,
that
that's one. Is like,
Wow.
And I'm Dunice.
One more. Downey and Jason. What's up, Jay?
So first and foremost, Trav, you won the list simply because you had Turd Ferguson on your list, man.
Thank you.
Classic. But one thing I wanted to mention is I didn't know this was even a skit because I saw the movie first, and then I went back and saw all the skits. Steve and Doug Butabi, not at the Roxbury. Two great.
Yeah.
Those guys were comedy gold. And then that one scene where they included Jim Carrey, perfect.
Oh no! Yeah, those the dun 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 dun.
Hey,
They do
Jason,
in their head.
Jason, why
Good
you lying,
movie,
bro?
too.
You're watching Salo Gigante. Fool, you're not watching this, dude. Come on.
Good movie too. Have you seen Night at the Roxbury?
I have not.
Funny.
I have
Whatever
not.
happened to that the other one?
Chris Kattan.
Chris Kattan. Oh, he had a neck problem, right? He had neck surgery, and now he looks weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last time he got in a wreck on.
Oh,
Yeah, on
I
the freeway.
I didn't know that.
But that movie was funny.
Well, it has the song, it has
Yeah.
the suits. It's very of its time, where you're wearing like the mock turtleneck underneath the suit, the
Yes.
chain, and just the side. They're all cokeheads. It was
Funny.
very, very
Wild
specific.
and crazy guys, right? That was
That's
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin and Dan Aykroyd.
Kind of the same act, but just different time. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
modernized
Yes.
along
Yeah,
the way.
you're right. Chris Kattan had that accident.
Yes.
Yeah, but he was on Dancing with the Stars in 2017.
Oh, was he? Okay.
That was the last time that he was like publicly out there.
He was fun, and he was also. Oh my God, Mango! Did you ever see
Another one.
The sketch where he was Mango was pretty great too.
Nuts.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the Rams and
Yeah.
what's going on with them this weekend.
Need it this week. Yes.
Put my two things together.
Yeah.
My two passions. football and eating.
Perfect.
Okay?
Yes.
There are some chefs that are so talented, you could give them the most basic ingredients, and they're going to make you something that's unbelievable.
Yes.
Right? But they need a few basic things, right? I'm going to need you to give me some salt. I'm going to need you to give me some sort of meat. And I can, if you give me meat and salt, I got a chance to put together something that you're going to.
A protein,
right?
Yes.
If I give you a head of iceberg lettuce and turkey gravy.
You can't make anything with that.
You can't make anything with that.
Yeah.
And so to bring it back to the Rams, as good of a coach as Sean McVay is, as good of a quarterback as Matthew Stafford is, when I look at where the defense is, where I look at where their offensive weapons are, not named Kyren Williams.
Yes.
There aren't a lot of ingredients on the shelves for Sean McVay to cook with. Am I wrong, or should he be able to make a
I'm
meal
never
out
going
of
to say
what
you're
we get?
wrong. That's your opinion. But I think there's more there than what people think. There's more talent on this football team than most people think. Would I rather have Cooper Kupp out there? Absolutely. Would I rather have Puka Nacua back there? Absolutely. Would I rather have Darius Williams out there and not be hurt? Sure.
He might be back, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
I hope he's going to be back. I think it's looking towards him playing. So that's going to be huge. So I agree with you. Sean McVay is a genius. But he's not just a genius because he has great players. I think he's a genius and he can coach them up. Remember how he got the job out of Washington.
Sure.
You made something out of nothing.
Sure.
So I'm expecting the same thing here. They have to play better. They didn't play that well in Chicago, especially when they got to the red zone. If they straightened out their red zone problems, they beat Chicago, and we're not having – well, we are having this discussion, but we're not having it at 1-3. We're having it at 2-2. So, but that leads me right to my Milagro matchup of the week.
Hit me.
So it's Jared Verse. Did you know he was NFL Rookie of the Month?
Yep.
Defensive end. And I know
he's a beast.
Some people say he's not good because he's missing sacks. You're missing the point.
Yeah.
Look at his pressure rate. He's getting there. He's hard to block. And this week he has a pretty good opponent in front of him, Rasheed Walker, number 63. He leads their team in holding calls. He has 4. I think that might lead the NFL. But he's tough. He's only given up 1 sack. So that, to me, is going to be the matchup. If they feel comfortable with their guy, and I'm sure they do, to leave him singled up on Jared Verse, he's got to win. So that's got to be number 1. Number 2, Matthew Stafford versus everybody on defense. And I could care less who he's throwing the ball to. You have got to be able to lead this football team and throw with accuracy and throw on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one leads with the other. And Chicago, they found the secret door at the end. They got pressure on Stafford, got the ball out, and won the football game. The Packers are on the low end of pass rushing. So this should be the week that Matthew Stafford has a chance to stand back there and pick apart the defense. So Stafford versus everybody, and I'll go ahead and say it. Reeder and Roseboom versus Josh Jacobs, because they revived DeAndre Swift's career last week. They really did. He was about out, and he looked like a pro running back last week, and I think that was because what the Rams were throwing at him and less him. Josh Jacobs is the real deal.
Yeah, he is.
He will put you on SportsCenter if you're not ready for him. So the Rams, the second level, have to do a lot better at tackling and attacking the line of scrimmage. So if I'm Chris Shula, based on what I saw, what I put on tape in Chicago, and what Green Bay is going to try to do, I'm sending everything I've got towards the line of scrimmage. If you make me miss and you hit a long one, then so be it. But I'm playing for tackles for loss this week as a defense.
Okay. Those two Milagro matchups, I got a question for one, and I want to push back on the other. Number one, you talk about Jared Verse and how good he's been and his opportunity to get home against Jordan Love. Can you move him around?
Yes.
If you've got the tackle over here that he's maybe not having his way with, can you just flip him to the other side?
They stood him up over the center, so he's doing the Micah Parsons now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's starting to pick on the weak, which means he is your best pass rusher.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable with that.
Okay, good. So
Yes.
even if you've got an all-pro, and look, he's done really well against just about everybody. So it's not like, okay, stay away from this great tackle, but if you can move him around, maybe you can find some more favorable matchups and create more problems.
And not just jumping off the ball, getting lucky with sacks. He's going through people. So this is why we talked about Devontae Adams. I would never trade a first-rounder from this point on.
Yeah.
Because you'll get guys like him
that
are on the ascent. So
yeah. And in the other one, though, you mentioned that Matthew Stafford, I don't care who he throws to. I do. Because we're seeing it. He and Colby Parkinson are not on the same page. He and Tyler Higbee were.
Yes.
So clearly there's a disconnect there. Demarcus Robinson is not bringing to the game what Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua did. Tutu, I'm just not feeling it. I know he's fast, but I just
2 good weeks.
He had a good week against San Francisco where he did, and he was okay against the Bears, but I've never really seen him be an impactful player week in, week out, and I get there's reps and all this stuff, but all of these guys are, can they? Sure, but have they? No, not really. And it can't.
I like Tutu. I do.
When you look at Stafford,
yes,
the guys that can play go bananas, and the guys that can kind of play do pretty well. That they're struggling in this part of it leads me to believe it has nothing to do with Stafford. It has to do with the targets that he's got.
You got to be better Monday through Friday, and I hope they are, because that's why teams don't score in the red zone. It's not because you don't have ability. It's you're not on the same page. All right, take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila, right here. Made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Like me. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila, Milagro Tequila. Please enjoy responsibly. I'm taking one of those home.
You do look pretty smooth.
I do. Thank you. But hey, Tutu is a burner. He has been.
I know he's fast.
And he draws a lot of penalties.
Okay.
Now, Parkinson, that part of the equation needs to come up big.
Yeah.
Somebody. Because if you're running the ball, guess who's always open if you're running
the tight end.
Your tight end is always open.
I respect that you go to bat for Tutu. I know he's been here a long time, and there's been way more games where he's invisible than it is where he's had.
When has he really been a factor, DeMarco?
That's because of Puka and Cooper. He's been a factor every time he's in the game.
I get it.
You have to account for that speed.
I get it. Then let's score some touchdowns. Let's get down the field. I know that the PI penalties are a big part of this game.
He's hard to find in the red zone. I'll give you that.
I just would like to see him be more steadily impactful than, hey, the fact that we can name the pop plays means that they're not enough.
But remember, they got into the red zone 4 times and didn't score. You know how they got down there? Tutu helped.
PIs,
and Whittington helped.
Yeah.
So these guys are credible players. And just like I said, Stafford versus everybody. I could care less who's on the other end of it. Yes.
You're my football guy, and I have never been more confused than by something I saw last night, and you're going to help me with it.
Okay.
That's next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Over 20 years ago, the first batch of Tito's handmade vodka was distilled in the heart of Austin, Texas. Since then, its roots have stayed put, and its vodka continues to be made on the same land where Tito built his dream. A distillery called Mockingbird that houses a simple vodka with a spirit the size of Texas and as good as the day it was born. Learn more about the Tito's story at titosvodka.com. That's titosvodka.com. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
NextGen is the official AC heat and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. NextGen is the absolute best in the biz and has thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Keep your home comfortable year-round with their NextGen Rewards membership plan. That's right. Get your whole home covered with multi-point tune-ups, professional cleanings on your home's AC and water heating systems, full plumbing inspections, complimentary diagnostic charges, and discount parts on repairs. Join the NextGen Rewards membership and get on the VIP list with a guaranteed 2-hour window priority service appointment. Right now, the Next Gen Rewards membership is only $14.99 per month for ESPN LA fans, reduced from $29.99, but only for a limited time. So sign up today. Next Gen is the only name you need to remember for a safe, comfy home. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN, or visit nextgenaaronplumbing.com to schedule online.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Lakers fans, give us a follow on Instagram. Get access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content this preseason. From player arrivals to in-game highlights, we got you covered. Receive game updates during all the action. Don't miss out on any exclusive Lakers content this preseason and watch your favorite team's highlights. Stay locked in with the purple and gold. Tap in to @Lakers on Instagram now. That's @Lakers. Let's go, purple and gold.
All right, everybody. Sedano and Cap here. And George, let's talk to everybody about Prize Picks, where you and me are freaking geniuses, and that's why we're killing it.
We are crushing it, Cappy. And by the way, you can too. You can win as much as up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks.
But let me tell you something right now. When you download the Prize Picks app and you use our code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, you make your first play at $5, they hit you with an instant $50 bonus. It doesn't matter if you win the play or you lose the play. A $5 play turns into a $50 bonus.
Oh, my God. It's amazing. They're giving you free money, for God's sake. And by the way, It's the best way to get action in sports in over 30 states, including, obviously, this one here in California.
So, George, I want everybody to download the Prize Picks app and use our code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, and let's win.
Yeah, absolutely. And Prize Picks puts its members first. So all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Man, when your picks hit, you can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes. And you know where you can do it? Only on Prize Picks.
Hey, football fans, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when tended to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior one-coat hide color collection.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You know what we got last night? You don't get very often?
Sleep.
Did you sleep last night?
A little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were up this morning, though.
I am.
Okay.
If I get more than 6, I'm happy.
Oh, 6 is your number?
If I get more than 6 hours, I'm happy. I don't usually
What if you get
6.
6 on the number? You're okay,
I can survive off 6. I mean, some days it's like 5.
5's not enough.
No.
I can do one day on 5.
Yes.
The next day, if I do back-to-back 5s, not good.
I can do one day on none as long as I have the next day off.
Yeah, but 6.5.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Emily, how long do you sleep? Is that personal?
I sleep long and deep. I'm very much a deep sleeper.
Like, what time do you knock out?
So, nowadays, I think I go to bed probably, if it's a work day, 10
Okay, double
p.m.
digits.
And so then I get like 7 hours of sleep typically. But if it's like a weekend, I could go to sleep if I have nothing to do, I could go to sleep at 8 and wake up at like, I don't know, 8 the next day. Like
You can do 12
sleep,
hours?
I could sleep for 12 hours if I wanted to.
I miss that.
Yeah.
Don't you miss that?
Yeah, I haven't been able to do
I
it
miss
in
that.
20
Yes.
years.
I've
but
always
yeah.
been, my mom will be here this week.
I got to tell you, I'm excited to meet your mom.
She's lovely.
She coming in the studio?
Yeah.
She tells maybe she'll tell it on air. That first day home from the hospital, I am the second born, and so she has a 2-year-old to deal with as well as a newborn. The AC in our house is broken, and it's June in Virginia, so it is warm. And I get home from the hospital, and she says I sleep for 8 hours.
Wow.
That's
slept
pretty rare.
for a full
Because usually
amount of
babies, they got to get up and eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I have been I always used to ask to go to sleep.
Don't even ask Jorge. He doesn't sleep.
Oh,
enough.
my man, if I can get 4 hours of sleep, I'm solid. I can go throughout my day, yes. If I can get 4, maybe 6, and a little nap in between, yes.
Did you see his face when she said 12 hours of sleep?
So I should have known this. So Jorge's been to my house a handful of times, but we had a party one night, and we're looking. It's me, Morales, a few of my buddies, and Jorge, and all of a sudden we're watching football, having some drinks. And,
No, you didn't.
And all of a sudden he's knocked
did
out
not.
on my
No.
and mouth open, head back, snoring like he's knocked out.
He's comfy.
Well,
Yeah.
we were watching the
That's a good
Huskies.
friend.
What can I
Hey,
watching
man.
Washington.
Hey. You know,
knocked
hold
out.
up.
4. You're probably sleep deprived. That's why
probably
you fall
that.
asleep.
I could probably do a 2-hour nap and still be able to get 8 hours
No.
of sleep.
If I
that night.
fall asleep for more than a half an hour, my night's sleep is screwed.
All messed
Just
up. All
You can't
messed
take
up.
naps in
torpedoed.
between, no?
No. If I do like a 15 or 20-minute little
Yeah.
cat nap, not so bad. But if I fell asleep for a half hour and an hour, see ya.
See, like last night watching Monday Night Football, I fell.
Thursday night.
It was
Thursday
oh,
night
yeah,
ball.
yeah,
See?
Thursday night.
Sleepy.
Yeah, so it was 17-17, and I knocked out.
Really?
I woke up almost 9. And then I went to bed about 1:30.
It's funny you say that. That's what I was saying. Like, you said sleep. What I was going to say is what we got last night, which you don't get.
Yeah.
We got a really good Thursday night game.
Heck yeah.
Sometimes those Thursday night games are not. I watch them because I'm a degenerate and I like to watch all of them.
They've gotten a lot better as far as
that
matchups.
game last night was really good.
Yes.
A divisional game, overtime, late field goal by the Bucks to give them the lead, late field goal by
high
scoring, late field goal by Atlanta. By the way, how long was it? 58.
When Koo had already missed one earlier.
And by the way, he made that kick with 10 yards to spare. That was
one of the best kickers.
bomb.
And may have the most swag of anybody in the league.
He really
Dude's
looked
got
very
swag.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And then our old pal Kadero Hodge, former Ram,
still
hits
getting
the
it done.
seam, and there he goes, and he
45
scores
yards.
the game-winning touchdown. Here's the question that I have for you, and I don't know how to feel about this. You've heard me tell the story over, and this isn't a money question. This isn't a is he overpaid, is he this, is that. Just is he really good or not? How should I feel about Kirk Cousins? I'm so conflicted on is he just
how can I say
average or is he better than average or is he kind of a not very good?
Yes.
All of the above?
Yes, and yes. Okay, here's how to enjoy Kirk Cousins and really appreciate his game. Make sure he's not your quarterback. You can really appreciate Kirk Cousins when he's not playing for your football team. Because if he played for your football team, you'd probably hate him.
Why would I hate him just because it's just not quite good enough?
Remember Alex Smith?
Yeah.
Tight to the vest, check down Charlie, never going to make too many mistakes.
Is that why he
with the
struggles
ball.
in the playoffs?
Yes, he's not going to make too many mistakes. He's not going to really challenge you that much as a defense. He can scramble, but not scramble that well. You know what I mean?
His teammates really respond to him. They seem to really like him.
There's nothing to hate about the guy. Nothing as a person.
No. I'm talking purely football. He seems like
football, not my kind of guy.
The quarterback show. I had a certain image of Kirk Cousins in my head, which was holier than thou, holy roller. Dude, leave me alone with that stuff. Just and I think. He's a true believer. I don't think he's putting on a show. I think that's who he is, which authenticity always rings true for me.
He's not phony. He's not a phony. Yeah.
His teammates loved him. He's tough as you know what. Like, he's taking shots.
That's what sells him to the players.
Is that what it is?
Yes, he's tough. He's tough as nails. He feels what you feel. Quarterbacks, sometimes when you have to protect them, they don't get hit in practice, and they kind of play into that. And if they get tapped, it hurts so bad, that stuff gets on your nerves. But I'm beat up too. I don't want to hear about your little boo-boo. You know, I'm playing on a broken leg. Get out there and play.
Yeah.
He's tough. He takes hits. He gets up. He feels your pain. But the problem is, I know he threw for 509 yards last night. Right?
Yeah.
42 of 58, 509, 4
58
touchdowns, and
passes.
1 pick. But that's once in a blue moon.
I know.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And it's week 5.
Yeah.
Thursday
Here's
night.
the hell of it.
And
this is how you drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
Expect that next time out.
No
He's going to
chance.
give you $190, 1 touchdown.
Okay, but of this year, besides basically the Steelers game, he's shown up. That Chiefs game, he showed up.
He has. But I want to move the goalpost a little bit on this. And this is my litmus test for baseball players, litmus test for basketball players, litmus test for quarterbacks. You're playing against him. Your team has a small lead. It's late in the game, and that guy has the ball. How do you feel about it?
Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins doesn't scare me at all.
I feel good about our chances of winning.
Doesn't scare me
if I'm
at
on
all.
the other side of him.
Right. So if Josh Allen has the ball, how you feeling?
Scared to death.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers, scared to death. Patrick Mahomes, terrified.
Lamar Jackson, Joe
Terrified.
Burrow. I
Terrified.
don't like this.
Yes. Let me rephrase Mahomes. If Mahomes got
You're losing.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And flip it. If you're playing against the Mavs and Luka Doncic has the ball at the end, you're like, I don't love this.
Pack it in.
He's going to find a way.
And
The Dodgers
Kirk
playing.
Cousins showed up where? I'm looking at his passer rating. Week 1, 59. Week 2, 117.
117 is pretty good.
Then he's 89, 68, and then 114. That is the hell of Kirk Cousins. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. And like you said, if you have 1 minute, no timeouts to win the football game, and he's your QB, you're not going to win that game.
That's changed for me slightly.
Yeah.
I do think that if I was on a team that was rooting against a team that was playing against Kirk Cousins,
Mm-hmm.
so I think I would be a little scared. I think I'm a little scared of Baker Mayfield. I'm a little scared of Kirk Cousins, and not in a way the same way.
Sure.
I think if I would do different tiers of stuff, I'm not like, oh, we got this in the bag. I'm still a little
not
nervous.
in the back.
The
I get
only
it.
way I'm afraid of Baker Mayfield is if I'm on his team. That's the only way I'm afraid of him.
Did you not see what he did to the with the Rams against the Raiders? He drove down the field. He scored a touchdown.
He is limited. I love him. I would vote for him for homecoming king. He's the guy I want to hang out with, but he is so limited as a passer, and you guys know this.
I feel like you're not a Baker guy.
I do.
I know.
I'm
not saying you don't like Baker the guy. You don't like Baker the quarterback.
As the quarterback, no. I met him the first time going to the Senior Bowl. He was really cool. And the first thing that stood, I'm like, you're not very tall. He was like, I don't need it. I love your confidence. And then he became a Ram, and I got to know him. I'm like, I love you. You're a great dude.
He competes.
I don't want you to be my quarterback.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
And there are degrees to it, Em. I agree. For instance, Dodgers-Padres this weekend. Dodgers have a 1-run lead. There's a runner at second base. There's 2 outs. Manny Machado comes up to bat. You like that? Hell no. He's scary as you know what.
Yeah.
Right? That Bogarts comes up to bat. Yeah, we got a shot. Bogarts is a really good player. And it's not that he can't, but there's that degree of, and flip it. Dodgers are trailing a run, and there's a runner at second base. Shohei Ohtani comes up. You think any of the Padre people are loving this?
No.
Or Mookie Betts? You think they're loving that? No. There are just some guys that are on it. Not that Kike couldn't get a hit. He could, but it doesn't
But then
freak
there's a
you out
difference
like
between Shohei Ohtani and Teoscar Hernandez, where Teoscar, you're still a little nervous.
Yeah, but Teoscar is Joe Burrow in this, I think. I think he's better than just a little scary. I think he's very scary.
Max Muncy.
Yeah, that's a good. You can strike him out. You can. Muncy might be Kirk Cousins.
He can take a yard.
Yeah, he might, but he also might whiff. That
I got you.
He's not that guy.
I'm looking at it like they're 3-2. The only thing Cousins has done has delayed Michael Penix from being a starter.
Right. for now.
Right.
Well, by the way, that's just so weird.
What?
To give Kirk Cousins all that money and then to draft a quarterback, what was it, the 8th pick?
It's gutsy. It's gutsy by Arthur Blank. I can't believe he actually rubber stamped that. But it's
gutsy?
It's gutsy because it's just money for him.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, for Raheem Morris, it's great. I got a quarterback that I think I can trust,
policy.
but I'm not sure he's going to stay healthy, and I've got a youngster waiting in the wings. Great for him. The owner is footing the bill.
You better hope that your big dollar guy, though, shows up and ready to go, because let's say Kirk Cousins looked like he looked against the Steelers for 2 or 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
He'd be headed for Miami.
Well, maybe if you could get out from underneath it, you would try to. But if there was no vacancy somewhere else, that could have been I don't know if gutsy. That's more
for
like
Arthur Blank.
Reckless. It's not a financially risky because he owns Home Depot or whatever it is. But
you've been to Vegas. Let it ride.
Yeah. I guess. How often does that work out?
Well, we're not
very
billionaires.
Often.
Yeah.
Factor Caps coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Prize Picks, right? Pick more, pick less. That is Prize Picks. Here's what we're looking at this week. Let's talk about some of the Prize Picks going into the football weekend. Josh Allen, 233.5. Like a little more than that, right? Josh Allen wants to go show Stephon Diggs what he can do without him. What about Trevor Lawrence? I'm always going under with Trevor Lawrence. 240.5 for Trevor Lawrence. Jaden Daniels on fire. 209.5 yards. Let's go a little bit more than that. 20 will get you 100 on that. That's Prize Picks. You pick more, you pick less. It really is that easy. And when you download the app and use the code 710, you're going to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup, right? Check that out again. Put the app on your phone, use the code 710 on Prize Picks, and you're going to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. So stop messing around. Go have some fun. Go win some money. Put Prize Picks on your phone. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
What's up, Fraud?
How are you guys?
So Rob told me last week that you guys had a pickup game and you got switched on to Bryant. To the rim. Tell me about that moment and what was said afterwards.
No, that moment was pretty special. Just being able to share the same court with him. Obviously, we've worked out together, we've trained together before in the past, but now, being teammates is definitely a different feeling. It's a surreal feeling. So just to get that matchup, it was pretty cool. He played great defense. He says that he saw the film and I stepped out of bounds. I don't believe it because I know how to work the baseline. I worked the baseline. You see him looking over here? I worked the baseline very well, in the post, and I was able to finish it. Gave him a few words that'll stick with him until he gets stopped. He'll probably give it back to me, though.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, next at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis.
And DeMarco.
Hey, accidents can be shocking, devastating, and difficult to deal with, which is why you should never deal with them alone and have family on your side.
Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team are family, and they're here to help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
You know, when my son was in an accident, we called Joseph at 213-747-2000, and he was able to help.
You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. LA's premier card room now open 24/7. Tune in all this week to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino. That includes this Sunday's tailgate party passes to HPC and game day tickets at SoFi. Listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Tailgate passes to HPC and game tickets to SoFi, Hollywood Park Casino. Park, party, and play. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Trojan fans, want to go to the USC-UCLA rivalry game at the Rose Bowl? Just grab an icy cold Coors Light and visit CoorsLight.com/college football. Enter the keyword SCORE, and you got a shot to win your tickets to the game. It's all thanks to our great friends at Coors Light, the official beer of college football and proud partner of the USC Trojans on ESPN LA.
No purchase necessary. Starts 8/1/24. Ends 1/21/25 at 11:59 p.m. CT. Must be legal residents of 50 USDC, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. Use keyword to get entries for keyword prizes. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/college football for entry instructions, keywords, odds, prices, and restrictions. Sponsor Molson Coors Beverage Company, USA, LLC. 250 South Wacker Drive, Chicago, Illinois, USA, 60606.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy you happiness, but money did help you buy an RV, which means an excuse from working Saturday with your insufferable coworker, Dave. So money is helping you listen to birds chirp instead of Dave chirping about how his toddler is fluent in 3 languages. And it's also why you'll be smelling pine trees in the air, not Dave's tuna melt reheating in a microwave. So save money by bundling your RV or boat insurance with home or auto from Progressive and buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hey football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Aloha. I'm just waiting for everyone else to say aloha or something else.
I was reading the text you sent me. I apologize. Bonjour.
Okay.
Tschüssi. That's German.
What is it?
Tschüssi.
Tschüssi. How many?
Not Guten Tag?
You've got.
Guten Tag is hello. Okay. Tschüssi is like the slang way.
What's
Tschüssi,
up?
Like
yeah.
sup.
Yeah.
Korean.
Yes.
German.
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Spanish.
A little bit.
What else?
And Swahili.
What?
That's hodi hodi.
Hodi hodi.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
Swahili. Got any Chinese or Japanese in there? Konnichiwa.
Yahe. That's Native American.
Yahe. Okay.
Yahe, everyone. Yahe.
Dude, got United Nations over there.
A little bit.
I like it.
Yeah. See, talk to people, Trav.
I'm good. How do you say I'm good in Swahili?
We did our snake draft on SNL characters, and because I saw Saturday Night last night, the movie Saturday Night, and it's available to see right now in Los Angeles. I want to give a shout out to Gabrielle LaBelle, who his 2 he plays Lorne Michaels in this movie, and his 2 credits basically right now are Steven Spielberg in The Fabelmans, playing the main guy in that. So he's played Steven Spielberg
and he's
played Lorne Michaels, and that is his 2 things. And he's just kind of like a little guy that has a lot of power. So shout out to Gabriel LaBelle. He is actually a really bright spot in that movie. I think he does it really well. All right, so last night we know that the Mets took down the Brewers to advance to the NLDS series against the Phillies, but Lindor and Jose Iglesias, and like they're kind of coming together to take a big team picture on the field after their win. And this was caught on SNL on SportsCenter, and you can see Lindor and Jose Iglesias go in for like the crispiest high five of all time, just perfectly timed. Like, yeah, buddy, like worked. So my statement is, nothing is better than a perfectly executed high five, and nothing is worse than a messed up high five. Travis, Dr. Cap.
I think that's fact. I think that's fact, because when you nail it and you get that pop sound, it's just it's deeply satisfying. It's like the sound of a ball hitting the sweet spot of a bat or a golf club. It's awesome.
Yes.
Let me just go to the Wayback Machine really quickly. Tiger Woods chips in at the Masters, the 16th hole. It rolls up the hill. It rolls all down. It hangs on the lip and falls in. It's one of the most iconic shots in golf history. And the second you're done watching it, you're waiting for, okay, here comes the weirdest high five in the history of sports, where he and his caddy, Steve Williams, do that. Are we going up here? No. Are we going to hug each other? And then it just was weird and clumsy and awful. So it's indelible. You can't shake it off. Everybody feels weird afterwards. Fact.
I want to say Cap, but I got to go with you. There is nothing worse in life than a messed up high five. When you mess it all up, you miss hands, you might hit him in the wrist. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or you're going high five and I'm going fist bump, and you change and at the same time I change. It's awful.
Or I smack you in the face.
Side hug for some reason.
You told me? Who told me? Dusty Baker invented the high five.
And Glenn Burke.
He did.
That
Dusty
was
Baker
you.
And
Yes.
Burke.
Okay. Yes. But there's a lot of things worse. But in sports, there is nothing worse than messing up a high five. You messed up the whole moment. Fact.
Jorge, same.
No, it's a fact. I just don't like it when it gets awkward. You know? Like you're coming in. Like for instance, if I go back there with Parker and he comes in for a hug and I just with a fist bump, it's just like, all right, hold on, reset, start over. What are we going for?
Keep going. Here's the rule. Just keep going with your original plan.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't change.
Yep.
Just keep going with your
plan. Force the other person into acquiescing to your greeting.
To your will.
Yeah.
That's really a man's way to
take
do
that
it.
back. Forget that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's bad.
We are high-fiving. I'm coming in. Get ready.
The women's way is just like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. All right. So last night when I saw Saturday night, I sat with my friend, and she and I used to be roommates, and she moved out a while ago, but her and I are just catch up immediately when we get back together. She's one of my favorite roommates I've ever had. We're very similar people. I realized I hadn't seen her since March, and I was wait, we hadn't seen each other since March, because she talked to me about some stuff that happened in her life, and I was like, wow, it's been forever. But at the end of the day, she was at the end of the movie, and we were walking to our cars, she was like, we need to put in our calendars right now, and we're going to hang out next time. So you schedule your hangout with your friend while you're at the hangout. Say, hey, here's the next time we're going to see each other while you're still hanging out. DeMarco, Patrick, Cap.
Cap, hell no. No. Good to see you. I have teammates like that. I haven't seen you in years, and the minute we see each other, it's like we never left the locker room. Same stuff. But no, hell no. We do not plan at the event for the next event, because I'm not sure what's going to happen. You're not sure what's going to happen. And the last thing we want to do is cancel. So, no, Cap, we don't plan like that.
Trev?
No. I'm going to go Cap as well. For two things. Number one, the guys that, your roommate, your roommate saw last night, your old teammates. I've got a group of friends and one friend in particular who lives in a different part of the country. I don't get to see him all that often. You see him for the first time in 6 months, a year, 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like you saw him yesterday. It's just instant connection all over again. It's a wonderful feeling. But the reason I think there's a little bit of a fact in there is, if I see somebody, if you and I know you don't do this, but if you and I go have some beers and we're hanging out, and I say to you, hey, we should play golf. Hey, when do you want to play? I don't know. I'm getting out my phone at that point. I'm finding a tee time for us.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hey, next Saturday, 7 a.m. That work for you? Yep. Cool. All right. We're on. We're going. So I will schedule some things in the moment.
I respect that. I got to run it through the family first. Yeah. Got to make
play
sure.
early and then lie and say you'll be back at a north.
My
hey,
God.
look, we're gonna play. We're gonna tee off at 6. It's actually 7:30.
I like
hey,
it.
there's a frost delay. We didn't get out of here till 7:30. And oh man, the group in front of us was super slow. But I should be back by 11:30.
You wasted all my good
lives. You
man.
come back
Come
at
on.
4, hammered, sunburned, and you're like, "What happened?" I
don't know.
Sorry.
Do you play chess?
I very badly.
Anybody else play chess?
No.
I had a chess game with a teammate that lasted 5 years.
No kidding.
I kid you not, because he got released and he went to Miami. And we saw each other like once a year after
Like
that.
on your phones you would play?
We were teammates for like 4 years, so we played all the time. And he got released in the middle of a game. So we kept
In the middle of a game?
In the middle of a game, he got, like we were playing, and we had to go to practice. Not in the
thought
middle of a football
that's
game.
what
in the
I'm
middle
like,
of
what did he do to get sent home in the middle of
chess.
a game of chess?
So
Got
we
it.
kept it, and we kept playing for 5 years.
That's-
and he finally beat me.
Oh, he got you?
Yeah,
Are you a good chess player?
Yeah, he's a great chess player.
Are you a good chess player?
Nah, I'm okay.
I
got the same moves over and over again.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Jorge?
Yeah, Melissa Corrales is a high school friend of mine. We've been friends forever, and then I can just hit her up like nothing happened, you know? But when I'm with her, like having dinner, like we don't plan the next one. It's just one of those where like, hey, I'm driving home and, you know, what's up? What are you up to kind of thing? But the only time I planned something, I kind of gave him the wrong info, was Travis last week.
Oh.
We're at the Dodger game, and I get a text like, hey, LAFC tomorrow? And I'm like, hey, Travis, LAFC tomorrow? He's like, what time? I'm like, 6:30. And he's like, I'm in. And the game was not till 8.
I remember this. You told me this. Look at that
8.
face.
8. Might as well play it at midnight at that point. What the hell's the difference? Here's
We're
when
cutting into his sleep
here's
time,
when
man.
everything should start.
Yes.
4 o'clock.
Amen.
Everything should start at 4, be done by 7, and everybody go home and get a reasonable amount of sleep.
Yes.
Everything should start at 4 o'clock.
Also, just one more thing. When my friend and I were figuring out times to hang out again, she's like, "Oh, what about the first week in November?" And I was like, "Nope, I'm not going to be hanging out with anybody that week."
Oh, yeah.
It's either in
Why? What's
celebration-
going on?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It took me a second. I got there. The election.
Shout out Melissa,
my
by the
bad.
way.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Shout out Melissa, by the way. The last time we had lunch, I didn't have my wallet with me. I left it here in the studio, and then she's like, "Dude, really?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, but next time I got you, Melissa." Like,
Nice.
lunch on
And
me.
then you changed your phone number.
Come on, don't be like that. Wow.
Factor Cap's brought to you by Joseph S. Normand. You have many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand. I've used him. DeMarco's met him. You got to call Joe. 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Or visit normandlegal.com. Got a question about the playoffs. Dodgers, Padres starting tomorrow. Should they even be playing the Padres? That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Are you a thug, Cappy?
What do you think?
I mean, I don't see you that way, but maybe. You never know.
You don't think I'm a thug?
Nah, I don't think you are. I mean, Trick Daddy loves the kids, but he's singing about his days being a thug. Like, I don't feel like that's you. I mean, you love the kids. I mean, you were a Little League coach at one point.
You don't know nothing about no Trick Daddy.
Hey, listen, Trick Daddy, let me tell you something about Trick Daddy. You may not realize this, but as far as magicians go, he was one of the best.
Oh my God!
He'll cut a lady He will cut a lady in half.
Come on!
He'll pull a rabbit out of a hat. He got card tricks. Trick Daddy. That's thug life right there.
I feel like if Cappy had if that name wasn't taken, Cappy would have loved that name as a rapper.
Oh, hell yeah.
Trick Daddy.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Come out for a day of golf and fun and help support the men and women who fight for our freedom. On Monday, November 11th, the Pacific Palms Resort in the City of Industry will play host to the 2024 Land of the Free Foundation Veterans Day Golf Classic. All proceeds from the tournament will go directly to charities who support the men and women of our armed forces. For more information on the tournament, please visit the website landofthe.freefoundation.org or give them a call at 562-833-4361.
NextGen is the official AC heat and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. NextGen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews and happy customers. Right now, get an $88 drain cleaning and they'll add in a free plumbing camera inspection. So, if you're sick of dealing with a slow drain, call 833-3NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN and say goodbye to your AC heating and plumbing problems.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGen.
Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
John Ireland here, looking for the perfect smile. You gotta meet Dr. Monica Madden at Beverly Hills Orthodontics, your go-to orthodontist right here in LA. Check them out at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com or call 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. With locations in Beverly Hills, Studio City, Alhambra, and downtown LA, luxury orthodontic treatment is convenient no matter where you are. Your smile is in expert hands at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com. 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
And the real deal is official. Congratulations to the law offices of Jacob Emrani, the official chosen legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams. If you're hurt in an accident, you need a big win, call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB, or remember, calljacob.com.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn, we match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
It's the time of the week, guys. My Pachanga pick of the week.
You're on a heater.
I am on a heater. I have been right every time I've done this, I think.
Are you batting 1,000?
I'm pretty positive it's worked every time that I've done. So
take notes, people.
I have not been. I know Radio Michael fan might have tweeted at me what he again responsibly do everything responsibly, but you know, just you have something to root for.
Sure.
All right. So
1,000, we need a drug test.
All right. So this week, my Pachanga pick of the week is going to be two things. So take one, take both, take either, whatever you want to do. So. The Vikings and the Jets are playing in London, and the Vikings are favored by 2.5 points. In London, almost always the favorite wins.
Oh, really?
So I'm taking Vikings to win, to cover the spread, as well as the Lunder always happens. The past 4 straight London games have gone under the total that is predicted. So the under is 40.5. So I'm taking the under and taking the Vikings to cover the spread. So this is more of me putting my neck out. This is one is maybe a little bit harder to get, but you know,
parlay.
This is my Pachanga pick of the week, DeMarco.
Did you call it blunder?
The Lunder.
Blunder.
The Lunder.
The Lunder. Oh.
The London Under.
The London Under. Okay, the favorite is always won in London.
So, not always.
Oh.
So the trend typically is that the favorite will win in London, and that it would also go under. The
Win
last
outright or cover?
win outright.
Okay.
Interesting.
And the under has hit 4 straight NFL London games the past 4 times.
Those games are always cool. All right, that was the Pechanga Pick of the Week presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combo at Pechanga Resort Casino. Visit Pechanga.com for more information. Playing football in London? Fun. Absolutely. Just a blast.
How come?
It's weird because every jersey is there.
Oh, like all 32 teams?
All 32 teams are represented. So Patriots, Rams are there, but you'll see Seahawks, you'll see Steelers. Everybody's wearing a jersey.
Mostly
there.
Jacksonville, or because I know they're over there the most.
Jacksonville, but
Yeah.
you'll see like this 80-year-old white lady with a Marshawn Lynch jersey on. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, this is so funny, right? It's just so cool to play football over there.
I understand why the under probably hits a bunch because the travel and the jet lag and all that. I get why the under would hit a lot.
Yeah.
Any insight as to why the favorite is?
No idea.
None?
It's you got to travel, so you have to acclimate to the time. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
The favorites win 65% of the time.
That's pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess the favorite theoretically is the better team, but but it's just outright. It's not that they're covering. It's just they're on. You're talking
favorites
money line.
Yeah.
We went to
favorites
play
in the
Patriots
spread is 51.5.
with Fisher. We played them over there, and
You played who?
Jeff Fisher took the Rams over to play the Patriots.
Okay.
So we went early because we wanted to acclimate, right? Acclimate time, get the players ready. The Patriots showed up on Friday before the Sunday game and put 56 on them.
So much for the under.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to make a big catch-all statement here. Nobody knows anything.
No.
When it comes to no.
Yeah.
Nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
Because if there was a way to travel that worked, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
If there was a way to prevent pitching injuries, everybody would do it. If there was a way to keep guys out of trouble, everybody would. Nobody knows anything.
There is a way to pitch better, but it's illegal.
Spider tack?
Steroids.
Oh, yeah, because we all know nobody's taking anything. I mean,
go ahead.
Just because they don't have a test for it doesn't mean they're not taking it. But
Tatis was just getting his hair cut.
Yeah, right. He had ringworm. He had ringworm. He had to go down to
Yeah.
Mexico to get his ringworm cream. Yeah. Nobody. Well, why don't you guys? If there was a way to, when you go to I know Sean McVay's record when they play in the East, the 10 a.m. kickoff.
Yes.
It's heavily tilted to the positive. Okay, so and I know how the Rams travel. They're in and an out team, right? They show up, they play, they bounce.
Correct.
Well, if that's the way to do it, then nobody knows anything. It's just, are you prepared? Are you good? Do you play well?
His way was interesting because the acclimate thing was league-wide. Go there early, acclimate to the time zone. Sean McVay and his group were the first group that said, let's get there, and if you get there and fly out within 36 hours, it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no adjustment. I'm ready to go.
Right. Yeah, I know. So it's weird. Just like growing grass indoors.
We figured that out.
The NFL spent millions trying to grow grass indoors, and then they had the bright idea,
slide it in
the
and
field
out.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. How about this? Grow it outside and bring
Slide
it in.
it back in. Right.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that worked.
Nobody knows anything.
No.
Including me.
We know everything, though.
Yeah. Well, we absolutely.
At least for 3 hours.
Yeah. I was wrong. It's not a sentence that you're going to hear a lot of places.
Right.
The Dodgers and Pods, Mets and Phils. That's your National League matchups. The Dodgers are the number 1 seed, playing the number 5 seed. The Phils are the number 2 seed, playing the number 6 seed. Okay?
Yeah.
So theoretically, the team that performed worse over the regular season, the Phillies, get theoretically a weaker opponent in the Phillies, whereas the Dodgers were the best team in baseball. They get the team that is better than the team that the other team is playing.
Wait, slow down. Say that again. Yeah, you lost.
Dodgers are number 1.
Dodgers are 1.
They're playing the 5.
5, right.
Phillies
That's
are the
good.
2.
1 in the 5.
Well, sure,
Yeah.
but the 2 is playing the 6.
Oh, I see.
Shouldn't the 1 play the 6 and the 2 should play the 5?
Yeah, that's how it should
That's how
go.
football does it.
That's how it should go. Yeah.
Football reseeds it. Baseball does not.
Why don't they reseed? It's just it's the way it's been.
They just don't. That's how it is.
Because it's the sport. I guess, do seeds really matter in baseball?
To me, it doesn't.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't matter at all, but it's one of these things. Like, for instance, the Dodgers are going to have to beat good teams. You're going to have to beat the Padres. You're going to have to beat the Phillies. You're going to have to beat the Mets. You have to beat good teams. Go out there and win the series. Go have your 2 best players not go 2 for 22. Have your pitchers show up and get beyond the 3rd inning. If you play the Mets and you play bad, you're going to lose anyway. If you play the Padres and play well, you'll probably beat them.
True.
Just play better.
Seeding doesn't matter. I wish you could reseed. It makes more sense to play the weaker team if you're the best team.
Yes.
But in baseball, it doesn't matter.
I think it matters way less in baseball too because we're playing a series.
Right.
We're not in
not
football.
One game.
We got one shot at this, and if I win 14 games and you win 10, I should be rewarded for that.
Yes, of course. You get the first round bye, and you get to play at home. Baseball doesn't matter. Makes sense.
Baseball is the only one. What is it? 55-45 probably favorite to the underdog. Basketball is probably 80-20.
Don't you wish you didn't draw the Padres?
No, I don't care.
You don't care at all?
I really don't care.
Really? Okay.
No. Padres are good. So are the Dodgers.
They just have a sore spot for you. Like they want to win a World Series, but they want to beat you bad.
I agree. That's fine.
That's fine?
Yeah.
Okay. If I could have avoided the Padres, I would have. Just because of that edge, that mental edge.
If you're going to go win the World Series, you're going to have to beat really good teams. Let's start playing good teams.
Okay.
Let's go in there. And if the Dodgers, if their hope to win the World Series is, boy, I hope we draw an easy path, you're dead in the water. You're going to have to beat good teams.
That's true. I'd rather face them later because if they knock you out in the first round, that is so bad. That's what I mean.
Got knocked out by the Padres in the first. Was it any worse than getting knocked out by Arizona in the first round?
It just would be worse because of Ohtani. That whole thing goes away.
Ohtani,
and they're living for that. They want to send that guy home.
Ohtani could go 12 for 15 in the series with 4 home runs, and they could lose 3 games in a row.
Right.
It doesn't work like that.
They just want to send you home bad. You know they do. Yes.
They need somebody to step up, and I think they figured it out. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN, and you're going to want to call in right now at 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN. And you got a chance to win the Ultimate Game Day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino, which includes Sunday's tailgate party. You get passes to that at Hollywood Park Casino and game day tickets to SoFi. But you got to call in right now, 877-710-ESPN. And don't miss your chance to win the Ultimate Game Day prize pack. Hollywood Park Casino. Park, party, and play. Must be 21 or older to enter. And the Dodgers may have cracked the code. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
We've got you covered this preseason, Lakers fans. Grab exclusive merch to add to your closet at LakersStore.com. Snag the latest jerseys, shirts, hats, and more to rep the purple and gold. Find your next game day fit in one of our exclusive collections. We've got something for the entire family. Mom, dad, kids, and babies too. Get ready for the season. Shop the newest collection at TheLakersStore.com. That's TheLakersStore.com. Let's go Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I'm getting a little better, DeMarco, at some things that I think you deserve some credit for.
What's that?
I'm a little bit more willing to engage strangers than I have been in the past.
Good for you.
Yeah.
See, meet your fellow man.
So, well, yes and no. Let me give you this scenario. This happened to Susan and I last night. we decided to go have another one of our tailgate truck picnics. Okay, put a couple of beach chairs in the back of the Silverado, drive down and stare at the water, have a little picnic in the back of the truck, listen to some music, have a glass of wine.
Chairs are in the back of the truck.
Yeah, facing the water.
Facing the water.
Back the truck
you got
in.
Food.
Dropped it. We got food, got a little wine,
Oh my
having
God.
a great day, right?
Goals.
Okay?
Yes.
And we were having a really nice night, and it was great. And every fourth or fifth person that would walk by, people walk by, oh, you guys got it all, figured out. It looks great. And then instead of just kind of going, yeah, thanks. Thanks. Have we have a night? People stop.
You engage.
I did.
So?
But now they stop, and now you have to have a conversation.
That's okay.
But I just want to talk to Susan. I don't want to talk to the
30 seconds
strangers.
out of your life.
But if you could guarantee me 30 seconds, I'd sign up for it. How you like that truck? Love it. Where'd you get it? Rotolo Chevrolet. What does it do?
Okay.
How far is it?
Yeah, right. If it's too far, you can just go online at rotolochevy.com. ROTOLO, rotolochevy.com.
See? ABC. Always be closing.
You guys come here a lot? Well, yeah, sometimes, you live around here? Oh, boy, here we go.
Always be closing.
Yeah, next time I can pick you up, shoot me your address.
See? Always be closing.
It's a lot. It is a lot for sure. Are we ready, Em, to take some of these phone calls here? All right, so you got a chance to win the ultimate game day prize from Hollywood Park Casino. Let's start in Sun Valley. Isai is up first.
Efrain, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Who was your question? Or I should say, here's your question. If you get this right, you get to go to the tailgate party, and you get to go to the game. Who was the Rams' leader in receiving yardage last week against the Chicago Bears?
Oh, God.
Come on, man.
I didn't even watch that game. I was at work.
Take a guess.
Oh.
Three.
Give me two names of the receivers. I'm sorry. Give me two names.
Yeah. All right. On to the next one. Sorry, buddy. Let's go to Carlos in Hawthorne. Carlos, same question for you. Who led the Rams in receiving yardage last week against the Chicago
Let's go,
Bears?
Los. Come on, you got this.
DeMarcus Robinson?
Incorrect.
Aye.
Carlos is not.
Should've
Carlos
been.
is wrong. It wasn't DeMarcus Robinson.
I wish it was him.
It should have been
Yes.
him. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Let's go to Chino and Andy. Andy, you should have this by now. Andy, who led the Rams in receiving yardage last week against the Bears?
Actually, I'm a Packer fan, and I didn't watch that game. Sorry, but
hang up now. Hang up right now. Yeah, you're
All right.
disqualified.
Andy is out. Let's go to Fullerton and Mark. Mark, same question to you. Who led the Rams in receiving yardage last week against the Bears?
Was it Tutu?
Ding, ding,
Bingo!
ding. We got a winner. Congratulations to you, Mark. Stay on the line. Emily will get
Appreciate
your
it.
information. Who are you taking to the game with you?
I'm going to take my brother Adrian with me.
All right.
Nice.
Adrian and Mark going to see the game at SoFi Stadium this weekend. Congratulations. You win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino, which includes tailgate party passes to this tailgate party coming up on Sunday at Hollywood Park Casino, game day tickets at SoFi Stadium, Hollywood Park Casino, park, party, and play. You must be 21 and older to enter.
4 catches, 82 yards, his 20.5 average.
Yeah.
20.5.
And I'll
that's big play. That's explosive. Yes. That's explosive.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on. Look, there's degrees. It's fine. It's not explosive.
Well, an explosive is 20 yards.
No, I understand by
Yeah.
definition. Tutu Atwell is not keeping guys up late at night, I don't think.
He's not an ambient player.
No.
But you do have to worry about his speed, though.
He's fast.
Very fast.
He's fast.
Yes.
I'm going to need a little bit from everybody if they're going to win this
Jordan
game against the
Whittington.
Packers.
Yeah.
Jordan Whittington,
Yes.
DeMarcus Robinson.
The guy that needs to step up that
Say
has
it.
an op.
Say it.
No, it's Tyler Johnson.
Okay.
Because he has one heck of an opportunity and 0 catches last week.
Yeah, that's
0. You can't be putting up
I
donuts.
don't think this guy put up a 0, but it felt like a 0. Colby Parkinson was one of the guys that they went out and got and felt like was going to get a lot of opportunities, even if everybody were healthy. Obviously, Higbee gets hurt in the playoff game last year. He will miss, if not all of the season, the vast majority of the season, recovering from his injury. And Parkinson felt like a guy that, okay, he's big, 6'7", like big target.
Huge.
Been
Yeah.
nowhere.
He's second on the team in targets. Only to Kupp. Kupp has been out, but 19 targets, 12 catches. I thought that position, that group, the tight end group, would produce a little bit more in this situation, and just they haven't yet. But
12 catches.
I would bet this weekend versus Green Bay, that's got to change, and it will change.
12 catches, and I can't remember a single one.
There's a few little outs. San Francisco? No?
I can tell you, I can remember some Tyler Higbee plays from years ago. I can remember Gerald Everett making some plays.
Remember the big PI versus San Fran? That helps you win.
Sure. I'm not saying there aren't there. I'm saying that
big PI. It's not a big catch.
Impactful plays that maybe. Oh, that was the thing that turned.
He did score in the Lions game.
Yeah, I thought he would be a problem in the red zone.
He's huge.
I thought he'd be a problem.
He's huge.
I'm convinced he still will be. I am.
Is the problem for them? It sounds weird because here the Rams are 31st out of 32 in yards allowed on the ground and points allowed. That's bad. So obviously the defense needs to be addressed. Defense needs to be tightened up. The linebacking, the coverage, all of this stuff. Defense. Is it more of an offensive thing?
Oh, definitely. I'd say the defense is doing, and this is going to sound weird, and I'm probably going to get jumped on. They're doing what it's designed to do. They were a defense that's put together to be young, fast, and to defend leads.
Okay.
Not to bail you out of situations. Like a 6-0 lead, no. You got to be up 14 points. And then you turn loose Jared Verse.
It's hard to get up 14 points.
You had it in Chicago. If you straighten out your red zone stuff, you're there. This team is good enough to win games that way, but when your offense isn't giving you enough production, they're not giving you enough points, then you expose the defense, and now you've got issues. Remember when Peyton Manning was killing it in Indy?
Mm-hmm.
Their defense wasn't great against the run. They were pass rushers. That's their job. That's what this defense was built to do for right now. What they're going through is going to help them in the long run. Really is. And if the offense doesn't come around, more of the same will happen. So this should be an offensive-led football team. If it's not, you're going to have issues.
Well, it's one thing leads to the other, right? So you build your defense predicated on we're going to have leads, we're going to rush the passer. That's how we're going to design what it is we're going to do.
Yes.
Okay. That works theoretically, at least, if Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are doing what they're supposed to do, that they're available, that they're healthy, that they're effective. Not one, both of them are gone. Now, all of a sudden, you're asking to get leads with Whittington, Atwell, Johnson, Robinson, Parkinson. These are not the guys that you were designed to go take leads with. So I get that the defense was designed to, stem the tide and not necessarily win the game, but we're not taking big leads.
No, I think that's the problem, though, because you have so many new people, especially up front as well, so it's hard to build continuity. And when you lose Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, your entire offensive game plan goes out the window, so you're reimagining everything on the fly. And the one thing about the NFL is no one cares about your problems.
No.
Absolutely no one cares.
No.
So you have real issues you got to work out and get ready for the Packers at the same time.
So I agree with you. No one cares about your problems. And I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm trying to offer an explanation. And I think there's a huge difference between those. An excuse is, well, I couldn't because.
Right.
An explanation is, I don't have the materials that create this.
Oh, see, that's where you do. I think you do. I think
I haven't seen it.
Especially when you have that guy at quarterback.
Okay.
He's got to be better.
I get it.
McVay's got to be better, and the guys he's throwing to have to be better.
I get that he could be better. I understand that. But there is a point of at some point, I can't make 2 and 2 add up to 5. I can't do it. I can make 2 plus a half plus a quarter plus an eighth plus another quarter plus another eighth plus one. I can add that up to 4.
Yeah.
But I can't take 2 and 2 and make it 5. And I think so far from what I've seen from most of the offensive weapons that are left, Kyren aside, he's been great. Stafford aside, who's wildly talented and successful. I don't know if I have enough left to get to the number that you're asking me to do. I just can't get there.
I hope it happens this weekend. I really do. If they play better, I think you'll see it.
What's up, Em?
All right, so this is something to be keeping your eye out. Again, this is maybe an opportunity like we did yesterday with Tutu Atwell. Not Tutu Atwell, I'm getting that caught in my brain. Puka Nacua and his let's make something out of nothing in terms of an Instagram post. All right, so Devontae Adams is a potential trade piece somewhere for somebody. He wants to get out of the Raiders, but he just posted on his Instagram story a picture of a historical figure.
Michael Myers?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh!
Devontae Adams to the Ravens? Ravens.
Wow.
That team would be a problem. Lamar, Derrick Henry, Devontae Adams.
Or maybe he's going to the Virginia Cavaliers because we claim Edgar Allan Poe too.
Yeah.
I wonder would they trade for him?
Why? Okay, let me flip it. Why wouldn't they?
Does Baltimore make trades?
Okay.
That's usually not what they do.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You would have a better, off the top of my head, I can't tell you if they're but that piece on that team.
Oh, it'd be a mess.
They could be F them picks because this is their Super Bowl window right now.
They last year everything kind of not broke their way. They earned it. They were the number 1 seed. They got the AFC Championship game at home. The Chiefs come in. The Chiefs really didn't even play all that well in that game, and the Baltimore Ravens still couldn't find a way to get it done. They added Derrick Henry. Why not go all in at this point?
I would.
If you've already gone Derrick Henry, why not add in a Devontae Adams?
You only have so much. This is just me. You only have so much left of Lamar at his best.
But just the wear and tear.
Yeah, he's going to start to slow down. They all do. It's like a running back. Think about that.
Sure.
They all start to slow down. So you might as well take advantage of it now. But I'm just thinking, historically, Baltimore making trades for like talent acquisition at the deadline. I don't remember a lot of them. But this might be,
but sometimes you just say, blanket, we got to do it. I know this is against philosophically where we are, but like you said, we've got a different set of circumstances. We do have an elite running back in Henry. We think we have an elite quarterback in Jackson, 2-time MVP. He's not going to be that forever. Let's jump on this. Let's go get the. They've got
Roquan Smith counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Roquan Smith and Quan Bolden.
Yeah.
There's one. There's one right there. Marcus Peters. Okay. They have made some trade. If they want to make a trade, I'm with you. If you put Devontae Adams on that squad with Derrick Henry, the way he's running, and the dual threat of Lamar Jackson, you're a problem in the AFC. And you're a threat to Kansas City.
Sure.
In that division.
A lot of times, the criticism against the Ravens is that they didn't have enough receivers for Lamar. It wasn't because Lamar couldn't throw them the ball. It's because they didn't have talented enough receivers to receive the ball. They have Zay Flowers now, who he is talented.
He's been great.
But you need more than
I wouldn't
one.
want to play with Lamar as a receiver. It's like Michael Vick back in the day. This is Michael Vick. This is what they told me. A receiver at Atlanta when Michael Vick was at his best. The receiver would run an 18-yard comeback. So he's running up the field 20 yards and coming back to 18. By the time he got to 18 and turned around, Michael Vick passed him up.
All right, but this also could be a thing with Lamar where he hasn't had receivers he could trust.
True.
They keep on. Their whole narrative, I think, of 2 years ago was they just kept on dropping balls.
Lamar's going to run out of excuses at some point. At some point, it's Lamar's fault, right? And I'm not saying that he's not a good player, but I'll go back to what you said. Sometimes you just got to make it happen. Sometimes you just got to make sure that, hey, I'm going to find a way to get this done through hell or high water. I'm getting.
Well,
I don't have this or I don't have that. Yeah, fine.
Your final grade of F them picks. Going all in to win one.
A+.
A+, right?
They won the Super Bowl.
I mean, the after effects of F them picks.
But okay, that's unfair.
Yeah.
You can't just take the after. It's the whole the era of F them picks is leading up to it and then the after. Because the F part of this,
I think it's worth it.
A+. I wouldn't change a thing.
Right.
That if you knew, listen, in this, let's call it 8-year window.
Yeah.
You're going to go to a Super Bowl. You're going to win another one. You're going to have a year that's just from hell where you go 5-12, and then it's going to take you a while to come out of this valley because you just don't have enough talent on your team.
I think it's worth it.
Let's go.
I think it's worth it.
Let's go.
But that's not Baltimore. That's never how they've been. Yeah.
No, maybe not.
That's the opposite of how they've been.
You know what I hate? I don't like that. This is how I do things. Okay, circumstances have changed. The rules have slightly changed. The situation. No, I don't do that. I hear you, but it's different now. I understand why you didn't do it here, and here, but this is all of a sudden you have to be
what that sounds like, right?
Flexible in your thinking. You know who's
sounds like the Dodgers.
Yes.
This is what we do.
This is what we do.
Yeah, we're not
okay, you're going to go slam your head into that wall again.
Yeah.
And this is a while ago, but you know who was really flexible in the way that they did things?
Who?
Did different? Greg Popovich.
Oh, yeah.
I got Tim Duncan. Cool. We're going to do that. I got Tony Parker, and we're going to do it a little differently.
Yeah.
And you know who else does that? Bill Belichick. They didn't do it the same year after. They got Brady. You got to have good players, but if it's just nope, this is how we do it. Okay, then it has to go exactly one way for your system. You got to be a little flexible.
Belichick. Give me what you do best. And I'll figure out how to
take it
use
away.
it. I'll figure out how to use you.
Oh yeah.
Give me what you do best, and I'll figure out how to use that, and I'll beat you.
One small thing too. I've done this rant before. Everybody claims Edgar Allan Poe. I don't get why Baltimore specifically gets it so much. Okay, so he lived some of his early life there. He got married there, and he died there. Okay, great, cool, Baltimore. But they put it everywhere. They put it on the Be the Crabs. Why are you the Ravens?
Crabs?
I don't even think he even wrote the Ravens in Baltimore. I don't know. Maybe it didn't. Virginia, UVA also claims him. He went there for one freaking year that went to West Point. Like, what are we doing? And then Philadelphia claims him because he lived there for a little bit. I don't get why so many cities and towns claim Edgar Allan Poe, and then also that Baltimore makes it so much of their personality. They claim they named their NFL team the Ravens because of his poem, The Ravens.
It's a good name.
Naming yourself the Crabs. That's what Maryland's known for.
That's
That's why I don't like Maryland.
Let's try it. Crabs on 3. 1, 2, 3. See, no one wants to say it.
Right. Crabs are delicious, and crabs
can be a problem.
Yeah,
depending.
Almost always.
Name the Baltimore Crabs, please. It's on your freaking flag, okay, guys?
The crab is?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's there.
That's a very busy flag. I think there's everything on that flag. I think there's a slice of pizza on there, too. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let's talk Yamamoto getting game 1. I love it. See? We're doing it different. We're going to talk about it. It's next. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Next Gen, the official AC heat and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen, best in the biz. Thousands of 5-star reviews online that will prove it, and you can take my word for it. I've had 2 guys out to my house from Next Gen, water heater, air conditioning. Next Gen's going to take care of you. And right now, you can get in on the Next Gen membership rewards program. You'll get on the VIP list with a guaranteed 2-hour window priority service appointment. You know what it's like. If your AC goes down when it's hot, trying to get an appointment, you're definitely not getting one the same day or even the same week necessarily. With Next Gen, 2-hour priority service appointments, but you got to join the Next Gen Rewards membership program. And right now, it's only $14.99 per month. That's down from $29.99, but it's just for a limited time, so sign up today. Not only going to get that priority service appointment, you're going to get multi-point tune-ups, professional cleanings on your home's air conditioning, water heating systems, full plumbing inspections, complimentary diagnostics, and discount parts on repair, and a whole lot more. So pick up your phone and call 833-3NEXTGEN, 833-3NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule online.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand. Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon, or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
This is the Rams Report. Here's Travis Rogers.
After the first 4 weeks of the season, the Rams find themselves in a very serious hole after a 24-18 loss to the Chicago Bears drops their record to 1-3. The Rams dominated in just about every statistical category that there is, getting more first downs than the Bears, getting better on third down than the Bears, more total yards, more offensive plays, and more yardage per play. But the categories that matter the most, turnovers, 2 for the Rams, none for the Chicago Bears, and of course, on the scoreboard at 24-18. Kyron Williams, a good day on the ground, 19 carries, 94 yards. He did get into the end zone for a 7th consecutive game, averaging nearly 5 yards per play. Ronnie Rivers doing a good job on the ground as well. 6 carries, 26 yards, just a little over 4 yards per carry. The Rams dropped to 1-3. Up next, the Green Bay Packers at SoFi Stadium. With Wednesday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report on your home of Rams football. 710 ESPN. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. LA's premier card room now open 24/7. Tune in all this week to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino. That includes this Sunday's tailgate party passes to HPC and game day tickets at SoFi. Listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Tailgate passes to HPC and game tickets to SoFi, Hollywood Park Casino, park, party, and play. Must be 21 one and older to enter.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000, the law office of Joseph S. Normand.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
At the Home Depot, we know you can't control everything, like when your guests arrive too early for Saturday college football. But you can control your grill. With the Traeger Timberline XL, you can watch the game, not the grill. Monitor your football feast from anywhere using the Traeger app. With the Timberline XL, you can bake, smoke, sear, fry, and saute. That's Desmond Howard level versatility.
Huddle up, the food's done.
Defend your game time with Traeger and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
At GNC, we know motivation can come from anywhere. You could be at the gym, totally focused on yourself and your own goals. You refuse to be gym-intimidated. Maybe you're on a weight loss journey, a new path to change your life. Nothing's gonna stop you. Or maybe you're putting in overtime on those booty goals. No shame in getting those gains round back. You could just be out to prove that when it comes to pickleball, you are a pickle baller. No matter what motivates you, we have the fuel to keep you going. Fuel your fitness at GNC.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
So USC is up against Minnesota this week. Minnesota nice.
Minnesota.
It'll be nice to us.
Eh?
I think I have distant relatives in Minnesota as well. Anyway.
Do you? Huh.
But
if you're white, like you are, like
Probably.
I am, you have relatives in Minnesota. We all
in
do.
the Midwest, Iowa, Minnesota, somewhere out there.
We too. There's tacos over there too.
Yeah,
that's the hub.
Yeah,
They
a
have
lot of
Taco
white
Bell.
people in Minnesota.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
One thing I just noticed about Miller Moss is he's tough.
He's
a tough
He's good.
quarterback. He's going to get knocked down. He's going to come right back up. And to me, maybe this is again my relatives back in Minnesota, but he reminds me a little bit of Baker Mayfield. Not in that he's going to like grab his crotch and like stick his flag in the middle of the field, but he has that kind of like rah sideline guy getting out there. And I think that Lincoln really achieved his heights with Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield didn't pop the same way that I feel like Jalen Hurts and Caleb Williams has in the past. I don't know. Like I really like watching Miller Moss do his stuff.
Coming into the season, you and I hadn't started to do the show together yet, DeMarco. I don't want to say skeptical, but I'm curious, I think is a better word, I don't know how good this guy is. I know he played in the bowl game and played really well, but bowl games now are weird. Guys sit out. It's just bowl games, unless it's the national champion, the playoffs, or the Rose Bowl, no, half the team doesn't play. It's just weird. So I was kind of like, all right, nice, but I don't know how meaningful that is. That the portal wasn't super active for SC at the quarterback position, I thought was interesting because, SC, you see Dylan Gabriel go from Oklahoma to Oregon. You see the guy that's at Ohio State now. Like guys are just moving all over the place. That SC wasn't involved. I'm like, all right, is this guy the quarterback because he's really good? Or is this guy the quarterback because he's the guy that's there and kind of has been around a little bit? Turns out he's the guy that's pretty good.
He ain't bad.
No.
8 touchdowns, 2 picks. That ain't too bad. Is he going to be a Heisman Trophy winner?
No.
Probably not.
Are you confident with him? Are you scared of him at the end of a game?
I haven't seen enough of him to know the answer to that question, but as somebody who roots for SC, I'm not like, this guy's killing us.
Yeah.
This guy's going to blow it for us. It's certainly not that.
From the 2 comebacks, I'm confident that he has the ability to say, hey, we're not out of it. I don't think he's getting down on himself.
No.
Like they seem like, as a team, which is led by your quarterback, that they have confidence in themselves.
DeMarco, how important is that to just that guy, the quarterback? Because the quarterback's going to be the leader of your team whether he wants to be or not. He's just gonna.
Yeah.
Especially on the offensive side. Hey, I got this.
It's usually everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, confidence in your quarterback. But, it depends on what type of team you have. Matt Leinart, great example. That's a loaded football team. Just don't screw it up.
Yeah.
They'll win. Caleb Williams, USC, different story. It's up to him to be great. If we're going to win, it's up to him. Miller Moss, I think, is more in the Matt Leinart. Just don't mess it up. But I think he has a chance to be special at some point this season. Maybe it happens against Minnesota. Minnesota's not very good.
No, they should beat them. They
2-3, right? Are they 2-3 in the Big Ten?
I think so. SC's good. Now, whether they win, 10 games, 11 or 8, well, they play in the Big Ten. It's a tough schedule, but
SC's beaten them 3 times in a row.
We move the bar again because this is what we do with SC in particular. The fear, I think, if Trojan fans were being super honest with themselves, was if we walk into this new league, are we going to get our ass kicked? And they're not. They're clearly not. But there was a world that existed. Wait, we're going to finish in 9th place? That was not off the table.
Well, this is the difference to me in Big Ten and Pac-12 play. The bottom of the Pac-12 is usually bad.
Right.
Minnesota is bad for Big Ten ball, which means they could beat some other conferences.
Mm-hmm.
So you just can't walk into this game expecting to win just because of the laundry.
I think the middle and the bottom in the Big Ten is better than the middle and the bottom. The top of the Pac-12 is always as good as other places.
Always, yes.
But the middle and the bottom, and so, okay, if you're at the top here, how are you going to fare with the middle?
Yeah.
I think was the question. They're fine. They're not outclassed.
And you're going there.
And when the weather changes, that's going to be a deal. But they don't look like they're lacking in athleticism.
No.
They don't look like they're lacking in toughness.
SC?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
They're not lacking in size. They're not lacking in coaching.
I think they've answered
fit.
a lot of questions. A lot of questions coming from the offseason about their toughness, their defense. Can they travel? Can they compete in the Big Ten? Yes. But this is going to be a big test going there. Staying up for a team like Minnesota.
Yeah.
Easy to get up for Michigan.
Yeah.
Easy to get up for Wisconsin. Do you get excited about Minnesota?
Minnesota, Purdue, Rutgers,
And
Maryland.
This is how Minnesota upsets people.
Yeah.
If you don't take them seriously. Yes.
I'm changing the subject on you. You met Stephen King, the
I
author.
did.
Where'd you meet him?
Fox Lot.
Okay.
Walking through. Yes.
Did you recognize him and approach
Of course.
him?
How do you miss Stephen King?
No, he's very recognizable,
Yeah.
but did you approach him and did you get introduced to him? How
I
did it go?
walked over to him. He was in the green room, and it was so funny. Vince Neil was in there.
This is when you were doing Best Damn?
Yes,
Okay.
Vince Neil was in there, and Stephen King was in there. It was just one of those days,
God,
right?
fly on the wall in that room.
Big time. So, what's up, Vince? Hey, Mr. King, I'm a big fan of yours. I like the Tommy Knockers.
Okay.
Stand By Me.
Sure.
Love all your stuff. And he's, thank you very much. Thank you, DeMarco. And I said, where does all this stuff come from? Right? And he looks at me with this crazy look. Right here. Points at his head. Right here, young man. Right here.
Oh, that's great.
And that terrified me more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Well, it's a double whammy, right?
Yeah.
Because think about it. He's wildly prolific. Like, I don't know how many novels he's written, but it could be 100. I really don't know, but it's probably close to 100.
Yeah.
To have 100 stories that you just make up out of thin air, that's insane.
And they're all big. They're all chunky, pretty much.
They're very chunky. They're very big. And the vast majority, and take it for what it's worth, I'm a huge Stephen King fan. The vast majority of them are really good.
Yes.
The only thing, I mean, it's not an uncommon criticism of Stephen King books is that he doesn't always land the plane the best. Like, I think it's
Sure.
always a good takeoff. It's really good, but his details are always, you know exactly what
and he's
story's telling.
Funny. I know that he gets the reputation for being a creepy,
scary.
Scary, Carrie, like all, Cujo.
Yeah.
He's funny, and he's really funny writing guys. Like
Yeah.
the guy humor in his books always nails it.
Have you seen the movie Silver Bullet?
I don't think
a movie
I have.
that was made off the book, Stephen King
I
book?
don't think so.
Well, Gary Busey's in it.
Oh, wow.
Perfect for Stephen King. Perfect. Like you said, he gets guys.
Yeah.
He is perfect. You will love him. You will
Silver
laugh your
Bullet.
butt off. Silver Bullet. It's
Okay.
not a werewolf.
King adaptations are hit and miss.
Yeah.
I
They
think
are.
the ones that he, and no offense to the man, the ones he is less involved with tend to be better. I think that the ones that he kind of has hands off, like The Shining, I know he doesn't love The Shining,
Yeah,
but
I do.
obviously it's a seminal classic.
Sure.
Carrie's fantastic, but I think that not every Stephen King adaptation nails it, but when they nail it, it's great.
So he's
Did
a
you
huge.
like The Running Man?
Yeah.
You know, that was his
Okay,
Richard
I'm about
Bachman
to read
short
that.
story.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it.
A
you seen the
lot
movie?
of the
So they're redoing the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shawshank was one of his short stories.
Yes.
Stand By Me, one of his short stories.
Yes.
So he's a huge
Thinner.
baseball fan. Thinner's
Oh,
weird.
God.
Thinner's really
Yes,
weird.
okay.
Huge baseball. He wrote a book with Tom Gordon is in the title. Like The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, I think is the name of the novel.
Wow.
And it's about a girl who gets lost in the woods. She listens to the radio and the Red Sox. So that's
No
the
way.
kind of
Okay.
huge baseball fan. So we're covering the All-Star game in Cleveland one year. It's when I'm producing for Rome. And we were doing the show from a restaurant, but we were on early in the day. Like I think we started at 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's a steakhouse, like a very nice restaurant. And they let us do the show there, but the restaurant's not open. It's like, here, you take these couple of booths, put the tables together, do your radio show there or whatever. So we're doing it, and I go to the men's room at one point a couple of times, and I see this one guy with this woman sitting in the back. The restaurant's not open. I can't.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I walk by, and I see and he's eating, and somebody has brought him food from the menu, and he's eating. And I walk by, and I don't register it. I go back a second, I'm like, I think that's Stephen King.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go back a third time just to get. I'm like, that's Stephen King.
Yeah.
And so I go back to Jim and I said, hey, Stephen King is sitting in the corner of this restaurant. Do you want me to go ask him to be on the show? And I don't think that we ever asked him, but he's done with his meal. We're sitting there doing the show. Stephen King walks by our little broadcast booth, stops, and looks at us and just thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Like this. And full
Wow.
Stephen King face. And I'm like, that was awesome.
I'd be terrified.
That was awesome.
Because he's going to kill you in a book.
Because we're there reading. Oh, my God. Another Stephen.
He's going to kill you in a book, yes.
So I haven't sent you my grid. My go-to grid guy is Mark Loretta. Okay, Mark Loretta played for 5 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
Has like almost lifetime, like 295 hitter, made the All-Star team a handful of times.
Ain't bad, yeah.
Got 200 hits. Like he fits in a million different boxes. And he's a childhood friend of mine. We played Little League together and all this stuff. He was on that Team USA I've told you about.
Oh, no way.
He was on that team.
Mark Loretta.
Mark Loretta.
Okay.
Played for the Dodgers, the Padres, the Brewers, the Astros, and the Red Sox.
He's been around.
Okay,
Jack.
he's been around.
Yeah.
I'm reading a Stephen King, Black House. Okay, it's another one, the surprise, the weird one. He mentions Mark Loretta by name in the book.
Does he really?
And I'm like, oh, my God.
Wow.
Stephen King knows one of my buddies.
Oh, boy.
It was just one of those surreal moments.
You might be a character in a book and not know it.
I want to be. I want to be
crazy.
the fat radio producer that was running
You're in that
around
one
there.
movie by name, The Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in The Longest Yard?
The remake, this Adam Sandler one.
How are you in The Longest Yard?
So Jim was in the Longest Yard. He's calling the game between the cons and the guards, right? And so they give him a script. And I'll tell you the story on the other side.
Okay.
It's a good story.
You're in The Longest Yard.
I am.
Okay.
Well, yes, I am.
Sorta. Okay.
Not
Sorta.
the same story.
Yeah, the same story again. We'll do that plus a little hot and cold coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The LA Kings have a new home.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season.
This fall, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app is your home for every moment of the Los Angeles Kings.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season in only one place. Easy to access, easy to find, easy to enjoy every Kings game and your favorite Kings podcasts.
710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Trojan fans, want to go to the USC-UCLA rivalry game at the Rose Bowl? Just grab an icy cold Coors Light and visit CoorsLight.com/college football. Enter the keyword SCORE, and you got a shot to win your tickets to the game. It's all thanks to our great friends at Coors Light, the official beer of college football and proud partner of the USC Trojans on ESPN LA.
No purchase necessary. Starts 8/1/24. Ends 1/21/25 at 11:59 p.m. CT. Must be legal residents of 50 USDC, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. Use keyword to get entries for keyword prizes. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/college football for entry instructions, keywords, odds, prices, and restrictions. Sponsor Molson Coors Beverage Company, USA, LLC. 250 South Wacker Drive, Chicago, Illinois, USA, 60606.
Now is a great time to visit the Commerce Casino and Hotel, located 7 miles south of downtown LA, just off the 5 freeway. Come experience some of the best action that SoCal has to offer. There's always a seat at the table at LA's Commerce Casino, with the widest variety of poker and table games around. From easy baccarat, hold'em, 21st century blackjack, and many more. Commerce Casino is where the game reigns.
Must be 21. Play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgambling.ca.gov.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Great game. You got into the end zone again and again. How'd it feel?
Awesome. Like getting a new iPhone again and again. I just got the new iPhone 16 Pro today.
Really?
Yeah, and with AT&T Next Up Anytime, I can upgrade early every year.
Very nice.
Feel like an MVP again. Learn how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us and the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Offer subject to change. Additional fees, terms, and restrictions apply. $0 offer may not be available on future iPhones. Next Up Anytime feature may be discontinued at any time. See att.com/iPhone for details.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, Next Gen. Next Gen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to Next Gen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
All right, Who's Hot is the Calgorithm. Okay, guys? So the Calgorithm has taken over. So Cal will host College Game Day this week, and they are playing Miami.
Have they ever been to Cal before?
I don't think so. If
Yeah.
not, it's been a long time. But the best thing about Cal right now, and it's not something that's new, it's just new to us in the wider world outside of the Cal bubble, is they have apparently a fantastic football Twitter presence, and they've been putting out a bunch of these, basically since they knocked off Auburn, and then
Right.
they took someone else close to the line or beat them.
Was it Florida State?
They beat Florida
Yeah,
State.
yeah.
So either way, they have been buying into what you think of when you think of Cal, and so they're like, the woke mob's coming for you guys,
Right.
everybody. So like they're coming. They're doing AI generated images of everyone going and wearing like woke mob jerseys and like
That's funny.
go woke, go broke, except for when you're at in Cal. So the Calgorithm is just hilarious for me. It's like all of them are like AI generated bears coming and taking down Miami.
I'm a little uncomfortable living in a world, DeMarco, where Cal is beating Florida State in Auburn in
It doesn't
football.
make sense, right?
It doesn't add up.
Bizarro world. I
It
got
doesn't
you.
add up.
First time Game Day has ever been there.
Yeah.
First time
You ever been to
ever.
Game Day?
Yes.
Yeah, where'd you go?
No, I got thrown out of there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
LSU, Florida, years ago.
In
Game Day was there.
Baton
in Baton
Rouge?
Rouge.
Okay.
So I was working for this stupid little football network station there.
In Baton Rouge?
In Baton Rouge. And they
Okay.
sent us to the same game. And we didn't know Game Day was there.
Yeah.
They had taken over the whole area.
Oh, yeah.
And they called it the compound.
Oh, yeah.
So they said, you cannot come in the compound. You have invaded the compound. I was just going to go say out of Herb Street.
Yeah.
I know Herbie.
Yeah.
I couldn't get within 50 yards of him. So I'm screaming in the back, Herbie! Like he's not going to be able to hear me from there. One time. Yes, one time.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
If you're a sports fan, it's something you should try to
The
experience.
fantastic ACC matchup between Cal and Miami
I know.
is happening
Bizarre.
this weekend. So
Bizarre.
the Calgorithm, I hope it gets on your algorithm soon because it's really funny. Okay, and what's cold is Hot Topic. Okay, so why I'm talking about Hot Topic?
The store?
If you're
Oh,
unfamiliar, it's a
God.
kind of emo goth store
So
that's
sick
in
of that
malls
store.
and stuff. Why is it harassing you now?
My daughter, went through the Hot
yeah.
Topics phase.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, Hot Topic is important because
Topic?
in Better Call Saul, the co-creator, Peter Gould, came out and said this in an interview. He said that Saul Goodman almost worked at Hot Topic instead of Cinnabon because here's what happened. When he was writing the line that was in the original show Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
when Saul goes to kind of wipe the slate clean and get a new life, the line originally was written as, "From here on out, I am Mr. Low Profile, just another dude with a job and 3 pairs of Dockers. I mean, a month from now, best case scenario, I'm managing a Hot Topic in Omaha.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to be a Cinnabon because they also realized that they were selling T-shirts of Breaking Bad at Hot Topic that was never approved. So Cinnabon got the job, and now Cinnabon, especially when Better Call Saul was at its height and finishing up the finale, Cinnabon had a huge rise in sales.
I never have been in a Hot Topic. I've walked past one in a mall. Is it as miserable as it looks like?
You are not missing anything.
I figured as much.
They do sell like nerdy clothes. Like, I used to go there to get like Glee shirts.
Okay.
Because I wanted to wear a Glee shirt. Or
you want to feel old? Go in there.
Yeah, I feel old enough as it is.
But you want to feel real old?
Have you met Emily Hebel?
Go in there.
She makes me feel old every day. Yeah. Who's Hot, Who's Cold is brought to you by NextGen, the official AC Heat and Plumbing Company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGen. That's 833-3-NEXGEN or nextgenaironplumbing.com to schedule online.
Can I finish your same story you told a million times?
Not to DeMarco, it's not.
No.
Not to DeMarco, it's not. You can feel free to take your headphones off if you've heard it too many times. So Jim is in the longest yard. He's calling the game. And so they give him a script, and he reads the script, reads his lines, and he's on camera. And then they say, all right, just do a couple, just goof around. Just do whatever you want. And they do that. And in one of the goof arounds, he says my name. He says, oh, my guy, T-Raj, is going to love that play. Something like that.
Yeah.
Right? And so Jim comes back, doesn't even tell me. Okay, I don't even know he did it because, when you go to shoot those things, have you been in a movie?
Well, sort of, yeah.
Okay, so you're there all day, and you know how it goes. So fast forward 8-9 months after they've shot the movie, we're in, I believe it's Jacksonville for the Super Bowl, the Pats and the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And Radio Row, movie stars are coming through, actors, they're promoting all their stuff. And Adam Sandler is going to come on the show with us. And they say, look, he doesn't want to kind of go out on Radio Row. Can you just come and grab him from some waiting room and just walk him over? Yeah, sure, no problem. So I walk over, and he's where he's supposed to be, and I introduce myself. I say, hey, Adam, my name's Travis Rogers, Bruce Jim Rome, you're coming on. He goes, oh, yeah, cool, okay. He goes, you're in the movie. And I'm like, no.
Adam Sandler says that to you?
To me.
Yeah.
And I say, no, you're meeting with Jim. Jim's in the movie. He goes, no, you're in the movie. And I'm like, he's confused. He thinks I'm somebody that I'm not. I'm not in an Adam Sandler movie.
You're making a mistake. Yeah.
And he goes, and he says to me, he goes, you don't believe me, do you? I said, no, he goes, you're in the movie. We used the cut that Jim ad-libbed. It's in the final cut of the movie. Oh my
God, wow.
And I'm like, all right. And I still didn't believe it. Why would they put that in there? It's a complete non sequitur. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Actually, for Adam Sandler movies.
So I completely forget about it, right? So he does the interview. He's great. Everybody loves Adam Sandler. And I forget about it. All of a sudden, the movie comes out, and people are blowing me up. Like, dude, you're Adam Sandler. They say your name, and I'm like,
that's awesome.
He was right? Because I thought he maybe been out late all night. Like, I don't know. He was 100% right. Knew what he clearly was.
Do you own the movie on DVD?
Yeah, I've got a DVD
I'm about to say, you better buy every medium possible. Yes, that's awesome.
It's there.
You're in the
sure.
movie. You get a SAG card?
I have a SAG card because I work here, but not because of that. Nice. I don't know if being in the movie is just somebody saying your nickname, but
you can make the argument. I'm in the movie.
That's what it is.
Yes,
that's what it is. The dump little super crosstalk coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
LeBron James, sorry, man. You're kind of living your best life right now, aren't you?
I absolutely am. I had a hell of a summer. My son got drafted by the legendary Lakers, went off to Paris, and brought home gold.
Yeah. We saw you at an Adele concert in Europe.
I saw
you sing it.
Fire to the Rain, I think. Absolutely. That's a hell of a song. I love that
great song.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN. Francis Coppola Diamond Collection wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
Hey guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with two big bold words, high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Waterboy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Waterboy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Waterboy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
Hey, it's Travis with Prize Picks. Did you know that you can win up to 100 times your money with Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks? That's right. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. So why not join 10 million users and sign up today? Prize Picks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. So when my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. This week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at football. Patrick Mahomes, more than 267.5 passing yards, and Saquon Barkley for more than 67.5 rushing yards. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Jorge, let's bring the nail gun over here.
Jose stands tall atop his sustainable flooring company.
Totally. It's renewable and moisture resistant, but we have several green options too. Or we got some beautiful reclaimed oak.
But floored by his success, he needs to hire more installers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today. It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, time for the dump.
DeMarco, something for you.
What you
got?
got?
Tell me whether or not this works for you. You ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Good. Good. Today in 1990, Beverly Hills 90210 premiered on the Fox network.
Yes.
You're a 90210 guy.
Come on, man.
All right. Good.
What day of the week was that?
It's Thursday nights.
Thursday. So we go right from 90210 to Melrose Place.
Not initially.
Yes,
Eventually.
but
We got
eventually,
there. Yes.
Don't call me for that 2 hours.
Thursday night,
Yes.
when that show came out, I was a freshman at UCSB, and by the time I was done at UCSB, it was still going strong,
Yes.
still on the air. Thursday night in College Town, you go out. Thursday night is a go-out night.
Yes.
But you didn't go out till 90210 was done.
Till it was over. Don't call me. No phone calls, no paging. Yes.
I'm trying to place you in the 90210 universe.
Can you guess? Take a wild
You're
guess
not
who
Brandon
I wanted
Walsh.
to be. No, I'm not Brandon.
You're
definitely not
you're
Dylan.
Too. I was just gonna say you're too normal
Not
to be Dylan.
No, not that kid. Keep going.
You're not Brian. You're not.
I'm not
David
a dancing
Silver.
guy.
You're
not the
you're
DJ.
that leaves one guy.
One guy left. Who is that?
Steve Sanders?
Dang right it is. Yes, sir.
You're a Steve Sanders.
The most fun-loving guy on the show.
He did like to have a good time.
Always.
Got in a little trouble.
Every time you saw him, he was
Push
always
the
smiling.
push the boundaries.
Yes. Doesn't that sound like me?
You
Come
are-
on.
But I need you to have a blonde perm.
No, I'm not going to do that. No. Me. That version of Steve. Yes. Doesn't he sound like the guy that would have, like, a beach party in his dorm room?
No.
A hot tub pickup truck?
Yes
Yeah.
and no. Yes,
Yeah.
but he would have hired someone to build him a beach
well, he's
party.
rich.
I
We were
know.
broke
There you
college
go.
students,
All right,
yes.
this is an important moment in our relationship. You
Yes.
ready?
Go ahead.
Your favorite female member of the 90210 universe was?
I don't get the Brenda hate. I don't
We were
get
doing
the
so-
Brenda
we were
hate.
doing so well.
What? I don't get the Brenda hate.
Her?
I don't get it.
That's your favorite.
Yes. What's wrong? Who's your favorite? The blonde Jenny Garth.
No, I like Kelly. Kelly was fine. She's not my favorite.
Who?
The runner-up to the title is Valerie Malone, who is Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Okay. She came in late, though.
She
right?
did. She replaced Brenda.
Yes.
So she is my
Maybe that's
second
why.
favorite,
Okay.
and in the current heavyweight rankings, she's my number one. She's
Okay.
Ali. She's amazing. She cooks. She does great on social. She's beautiful. She's
Yeah.
funny. Awesome. Love her. The correct answer for the 90210 era is Claire Arnold.
Who played Claire?
Her name is Kathleen Robertson. And she was Chancellor Arnold's daughter. She started out as kind of a bad girl. Then they
Trying to
morphed her
remember.
character. She was a genius, but she was unbelievably good looking.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I don't remember that character.
And
yeah.
kind of a wild card, so to speak.
Wow.
Yeah.
What show was I watching? Oh, it was one of my daughter's watching it now. She's 9. One of those TV shows on Netflix.
Describe it a little more.
It's two friends. One has cancer.
Ginny and Georgia, is that the one?
Something like that.
I
But
don't know.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen plays a mom. So I watched the show with my
I
daughter.
would like
and
you-
I start laughing. I'm like, that. She used to be like the it girl.
She
Now
was
she's
Kelly Kapowski.
Yes.
Then she was Valerie Malone.
Now she's playing moms.
Tiffany. It's just Tiffany Thiessen now.
Thiessen. Okay,
She's
I'm
a
sorry.
very accomplished chef and cookbook author.
Really?
Yeah. I
Didn't
don't
know
know.
that.
It's gone. She's just Tiffany Thiessen now.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
What happened to the Amber?
I don't
It's
know,
all
but
gone.
I need
Wow.
you to tell me the name of that TV
Alexa
show.
and Katie.
Alexa and Katie.
Yeah.
That's it
Okay.
right there. Great show.
Is it a good show, or is it just because she's in it? It's
Okay,
a good
I'll
show.
tell. It's basically Laverne and Shirley.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the show.
Schlemiel Schlemazel.
But in
Us
a
and
modern
Pepper
era.
Incorporated.
Yes, we're gonna do it. Aw.
I'm assuming Schlemiel Schlemazel is like a Yiddish thing. I'm guessing
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Okay.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
I
I've
don't know.
heard that. Somebody explain that. It is a Yiddish thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the big plate of schmeal.
Schmeal?
Yeah, give me some of that
With a side
Schlemiel
of
with a
schmazel.
slide of
Slide of
Schlemazel.
Schlemazel.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Is John there yet? Do we know if John's there? All right.
Hey, Trav.
Hey,
There he
John.
is.
Did you
Trav,
know that?
I'm about to change your life.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a show on Stars starring Kelsey Grammer called Boss?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And Kathleen Robertson's in it.
Let's just say she
Let me look
comes
her
of
up.
age, Trav.
Yes, I've seen.
It's exactly what you're looking for, if you know what I mean.
I do, and I have seen it. I haven't seen a lot of the shows, but I have seen that particular.
Robinson or Robertson?
Robertson, Kathleen Robertson.
like the street in West LA.
Robertson. Okay,
Robertson.
let me look.
Schlemiel and Schlemazel are Yiddish words that refer to an unlucky or inept person.
Can I just say, so we do the show here all the time. Never do the right answers pop up on the screen in front of like
she's
M
she's on her
has
game.
already gotten there and
She's
put
on
it
her
on
game.
your screen in
Yeah.
front. It's like, damn,
She's
Bergman.
She's a good
Oh, I
producer.
do remember her.
Damn.
She's a good producer.
I
Yes, she
do
is.
remember her.
Would you like to
Yes.
change your answer?
No, I'm good. I'm good, but I do remember her in the show. Yes.
John, what do you make of DeMarco's choice of Brenda Walsh
I
as
didn't get the
it
hate.
girl from
I didn't get the
90210?
hate.
Trav, as usual, you and I are lockstep. Valerie Malone and Kathleen Robinson are Tiffany Amber Thiessen and Kathleen Robinson are 1, 2 in any order you want to put them. and as long as Donna Martin, Tori Spelling is last, I'm fine with your ranking.
Wow.
Donna Martin graduates. Ireland, what's the matter with
No
you?
doubt.
All right, let's do a little.
Of course, Trav, she got that with no help from her.
No,
father.
she went in under an alias.
No,
Absolutely
she did.
none.
That's the true story. As she says,
According to
I
her?
went into the audition. They didn't even know I was Aaron Spelling's daughter, and I got the gig.
I would imagine.
I think they knew.
I would imagine that
They
the
made
producers.
some swampland in New Jersey. I want to tell you.
They may have had a scouting report on her.
That looks a little like Aaron Spelling. I think maybe we give her a call back. Let's do a little super crosstalk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Get out of here, Travis.
I'm going.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
He's mad at you
I have
guys.
stuff that I got to tell.
Oh,
He's mad at you.
He's got a bigger name on the other line.
He doesn't want to talk to you.
I'm trying to think. Have you got? No, your walk comes after the show, right?
Yes.
You got to go walk.
That's later.
Yeah,
that's later.
6 miles yesterday.
6.5.
6.5
Don't you
miles,
dare
yes.
short me. And
Yeah.
1,900 feet of climb.
See?
That's
My man
impressive.
works
Putting
out
that out
hard,
there.
yes.
That's
All right.
impressive.
So we did our draft today, and John, I know both of you guys, like we drafted because the movie came out, the SNL movie.
Yeah.
Right? Not our favorite
Oh, that's very funny.
performers,
Yeah.
but our favorite characters from the show. So here's the draft. I took Stefan, played by Bill Hader.
Fantastic.
Burt Reynolds, played by Norm Macdonald.
Really good. Really
And
good.
Matt Foley, who, of course, was played by Chris Farley, live in a van down by the river.
I never loved Stefan, but those other two are rock solid.
Yeah, okay. M took Debbie Downer, Rachel Dratch.
Very, very good one.
Drunk Uncle, Bobby Moynihan.
Good.
Yep.
And the Californians, just the collective, all of them, right?
Take the 110.
What are you
The
doing, Stuart?
That's funny.
Jorge took Kenan Thompson's LeVar Ball.
It's an excellent one.
It's really good. Tina Fey is Sarah Palin.
It's a good one.
And Wayne's World. So you get two
Can't
for
lose
one
there.
there. And DeMarco, Hans and Franz, which was Nealon and Carvey.
Yes.
John
pump you up.
Belushi's diner character.
Cheeseburger.
And Eddie Murphy's Gumby.
I'm Gumby, damn it.
Yeah.
Wow. Nobody took Will Ferrell for anything?
Nope.
Oh, interesting.
Nope.
Yeah, wide open.
No Alex Trebek, no cheerleader with Sherry O'Terry, no cowbell sketch.
One other
none
one.
of it?
The next
cowbell.
pick on my had one of the other three that I wanted not been there. My next pick was Will Ferrell's Robert Goulet.
Oh, excellent.
You know who was great was the Sean Connery. Who did Sean Connery?
Darryl Hammond.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he was on Jeopardy.
Daryl Hammond. Well,
And he would go back and forth with Will Ferrell's
Yes.
Alex Trebek. He
Yes.
would just keep messing with him.
So you had Farrell as Trebek,
Yep.
Hammond as Connery, and Norm Macdonald as Burt Reynolds, and then whoever the third person was on the
Yeah.
panel just had
Hang
no
in
chance
Did you
there.
ever
at all.
see
Hang in
Norm
there.
Macdonald's Letterman?
No.
Norm Macdonald's letter. Do you remember that sketch, Ireland?
I don't.
And he did the, do you like the Arliss on the HBO? Hey, Paul, got some gum? Got some gum? He would put a definite article in front. The HBO, the NBC, the CBS. It was fantastic.
It's like the 101.
The 101,
right.
exactly.
101.
By the way, Emily, Ireland, you'll be interested, saw Saturday Night last night, the new movie about Saturday Night Live.
Emily, what's your review?
Okay, so I think you two, because you have such a rich history of knowing SNL so much, you're not going to learn anything different.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to learn anything. I don't think you're seeing anything different. It might be fun for you guys to see. Hey, like I like the way that they portrayed this. I think the casting was good. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think the acting was good. I just felt like it was good, not great. I think
Okay.
it was fine.
I will like it more than you liked it just because that's been my favorite show since I was a
But
teenager.
then I think you might have high expectations.
But the other
That's
thing
my
about
thing.
it, too,
Okay,
Ireland,
okay.
is that I think I was super young when the very first episode of Saturday Night Live happened. Like, I don't know if I watched the first night of the Not Ready for Primetime Players. And so that part of it, the assembling of the show and the original cast and the, hey, what the hell are we doing
Yeah.
here? That aspect of it, I was not privy to.
I felt as though at some point in time, I look at my watch as like, hey, it's kind of dragging a little bit. But Gabrielle LaBelle as Lorne,
Yeah.
fantastic. I think he really got Lorne. I think that they didn't get enough out of the girl who plays Rosie Schuster. 'Cause I think that's a really talented actress who plays her. Just didn't get enough out of her. So overall, I give it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I didn't hate it.
Okay.
It just wasn't something I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be, I need to recommend it to everybody I know. Kind of
Like much of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Runs around 3.5 stars. It has its ups and its downs, right?
Highs,
there have
low
been some dark periods, some down periods for SNL, but I'll take this. Jason Reitman's great writer, great director. And I'm excited to see it.
It's a movie about the beginning of
about the very
SNL.
first episode, about how it all started.
Who was the first cast? Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wrote a big book about it. Well, there's 2 books, if you like SNL, that you should look into.
Did you say you read a book or wrote a book?
Read a book.
Yeah,
Read
no,
2
didn't
books.
write one.
The first one is James Andrew Miller, the guy who did the ESPN book, also did a book about the history of SNL and everything that's ever gone into it. And Mace, you won't read this book because it's like 1,000 pages.
Not a reader?
I read it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. And then Dick Ebersol wrote a memoir. Dick Ebersol was in charge of NBC Late Night, and he hired Lorne Michaels. And Dick and Lorne... Is Ebersol in the movie, Emily?
Yeah, he's played by Cooper Hoffman. Yeah, who was
Philip
in
Seymour
Licorice Pizza.
Hoffman's son.
Yeah, that gives you a lot of background on it too. Mason and I have been lucky enough to go to it a few times.
You went to SNL.
Yeah,
Once
it's so cool.
Once you do that, you'll be hooked forever. DeMarco, it's like an IndyCar pit stop getting that show on the air.
Oh, really?
Like you think you got some stage manager yelling 30 seconds, and you're like, they're never going to make it. They're not even close.
Do you guys remember who was the host that day?
Oh yeah. Well, I've been 3 times.
On the very when I went,
yeah,
I saw Halsey. Ireland was there on a very auspicious night.
Which one?
So the first time I ever got in, there's a little history behind this. Mace has a friend, and because Mace is friends with him, I'm now friends with him, named Jeff Blake, who ran Sony Distribution for years and years, and he listens to the station.
Yeah.
He listens to all of our shows.
Fantastic guy.
And so one day I was talking to Mace on the air about how much I love SNL and how I'd love to go. And Jeff reached out to us and said, my son, who's also named Jeff, like Mason and I, he's named after his dad, is a talent booker on SNL. So Jeffrey has got Mace and I in to see the show. And the first time he got me in, Donald Trump was the guest host. And and Sia was the musical guest.
Oh,
and
nice.
I loved it. It was great. It was funny. And he called me back like 6 months later and goes, hey, I've always felt bad that the only time you ever came was kind of a polarizing episode with Trump. I want you to come in. So he let me in to go see Kristen Stewart.
Oh, nice.
And she was really good. And then I went
very
to one
cheerful.
of these,
Yeah. By the way, she's also a little polarizing.
Yeah, a little bit.
I love
yeah.
it.
A little bit.
And
I
then
think
this
she's
past
great.
season 49, I went when Rami Youssef hosted, and he was really funny.
Rami Youssef.
But when
Rami
you guys,
Youssef,
if you guys ever get to go,
From
there's
Rami.
only about 150, 200 seats in the whole audience.
Oh, wow.
And you got to know somebody to get in. And once you get in, you feel like you're inside of Fort Knox watching them put it up. And Lauren is there for everything.
Everything, standing right there.
Really?
And there's somebody in charge of dragging the guest host from place to place to place.
Oftentimes in the middle of a costume
Now you got to be
change.
here. Now you got to be there. Now you got to. Yeah, it's
Okay.
wild to see.
Another thing from the movie, Nicholas Braun, who plays Cousin Greg from Succession,
Right.
plays both Jim Henson and
Yeah,
Andy Kaufman.
I saw this. How is? Do you know it's
How
Nicholas
did they
Braun?
pull that off?
It's just another joke of the movie. I think that he's a better Kaufman than he is a Henson. But it's another just like kind of joke in the movie. You realize it's the same person playing both things. They're not trying to disguise it at all.
Right.
But both
Okay.
aren't really in the movie that much. They have them come in a little bit, and they do. Obviously, Kaufman does the vinyl and doing the lip sync.
Does he do the there he is to save the
Hey.
day?
Yeah, he does that.
Does that count as tongue in cheek when they do that? One guy playing 2 roles in a movie?
Yeah, maybe
sure.
looking the other way.
Yeah, tongue in cheek.
One thing people should know is that every night they do that show, they have a dress rehearsal. And if you know somebody, like in our case, Jeff, he'll ask you, do you want to go to the dress rehearsal or do you want to go to the live show? And your instinct is going to be, well, I want to go to the live show. I want to see what everybody else sees. If you ever get this choice, go to the dress rehearsal. It's better.
Really?
You get 5 more skits, and you get a 20-minute weekend update instead of a 10-minute weekend update.
Yeah.
And then they cut 5 skits because some of them don't always hit.
Oh, that's what they mean. My skit didn't
And
make it.
they cut weekend update to 10 minutes, so you get to see the whole playbook if you go to the dress. And it's just like the live show. They film it like the live show. They just changed the audience.
Yeah, and so what's interesting is to go there for the dress rehearsal and then go, like I went back to my hotel room that night because I wanted to see what sketches didn't make it and which ones did make it to the final show.
And if you don't know someone who's there, and none of us live in New York, but if you do live in New York, I've had friends who have waited in that line, the standby line, and gotten in. They go overnight, you camp out overnight, and I've had friends that have gotten in, and that way too, but obviously it's a lot harder to get in.
It is a much harder.
For like
Who
20-year-olds.
chooses the skits? Lorne Michaels?
Well, what they do
mostly, I think. Don't you think Lauren makes those calls?
They start working on the show. They give them Sundays off because they party all night after the show. There's always an after-show party that goes till 4 in the morning. And then Sunday they have off, and then the new host comes in Monday, and they just start writing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they write. And
up all night, whatever it takes.
Many, if you read the book,
style.
many times drug fueled. And then by the end of the week, by probably Thursday or Friday, they pick the skits that are going to go in the dress. Then they do all the skits in the. I think the dress may starts around 8. It goes
That
from
seems
like
right.
8 to 10.
8, and then it goes on at.
And then it goes live at 11:30.
11:30.
I want to see this movie. So, if you're in the audience, like watching, are you allowed to laugh loudly?
Oh yeah, they encourage
No,
it.
they tell you do not laugh at all. It's,
No, I mean,
it's like a golf. It's like a golf tournament.
Like, can you be a part of the show and laugh your butt off?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they
like
want you to laugh. Yeah.
Like one time Jeff put me down on the floor. There's like 40 people that get to sit like right on the floor.
I never sat down there on those little stools down there.
And that's really cool.
Right up in front?
Like you'll see yourself on TV.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
wow.
the host will sometimes go into the audience, or like they'll say, "Hey, well, I'm going to take a Q&A from the audience."
Yeah.
And you might happen to be there, but the cast members are the ones that are asking questions.
One of the shows I went to was the one where Melissa McCarthy plays Sean Spicer, when he
Oh,
was the press
very
secretary,
funny.
and she rides in on one of those wheeled. I don't know what you call them, but one of those
podiums. Isn't it like a
Well, but
podium?
hers
on
had wheels, and
a
you know how
chariot?
you stand up on them.
A chariot.
Yeah, something like that. And she started shooting Nerf guns into the crowd, and she was really funny. That was a great night.
J.K. Simmons is really great in Saturday Night. So he plays, I can't remember the name of the
That
character.
guy's great in everything.
Willem Dafoe's in
Whiplash.
the movie, and he plays kind of like an overarching executive, so I don't know the name of the person. I can't remember the name of the person. But you can tell in the movie, all the people in charge of actually making the show are all kids.
And the general drift is they kind of wanted it to. Somebody at
They wanted
NBC
it to fail.
wanted it to fail.
It was supposed to be
Somebody
a
wanted
chess
that show to
piece.
fail? Oh,
it was
wow.
a chess piece between the NBC and Johnny Carson, being it was to get Johnny Carson to sign a certain contract.
Yeah.
And so they talk about that in the movie. But yeah, the movie is about 90 minutes or so, and it's about the 90 minutes leading up to the beginning of the
very beginning.
Miserable
Very
failure
cool.
if you wanted that to fail. It's still going.
And
Unreal.
Gilda was good. I think they
Oh,
cast
wow.
her really well, but I do think they kind of painted her only in the light of she's going to die early. And so every time you see her, she's always kind of very introspective and very
That's sad.
sweet. So
Yeah.
but Gilda's great.
She was fantastic. She was great.
I just saw the Gene Wilder documentary. And he
Did you watch it?
I did.
A friend of mine did that documentary.
He talked about Gilda Radner, the most of it, or they talked about his relationship with her most of it. Yeah, just good stuff. You haven't seen it yet?
No, I've not seen it.
Oh, you'd like it. You like his stuff.
Hey, by the way, my friend's probably listening and saying, "What, you did not see my movie yet?"
Oh, my bad.
It's streaming, but no, I haven't gotten to it
Yes.
yet, but it's on the list.
Are you ready to see a lot of cheeseheads this weekend? Yeah. Did I depress you just now?
Well, so DeMarco, did you hear the bet that Mace made with Michelle Smallman?
What's the bet? You made a bet with Michelle, and you better pay up if you lose.
I always pay up.
What's the bet?
The bet is next week we'll pick a day. The loser has to do the entire first hour of their show in the winner's helmet.
Oh my God!
So how are we going to find a Packers helmet if Mace loses?
I
probably
believe
have one
the
across
answer
the
would be Amazon.
Amazon.
Is it not
Yes.
always Amazon?
You know,
trying to think, do I have one?
I'll call Channel 2 because Channel 2 used to, because they would do the pregame show for the NFC games. They would have a helmet from every team. I'll see if they still have one. But hopefully Mace, you won't need
I
it.
think I have some friends out here that have helmets and jerseys.
Check.
Yes.
Check and see if
I
they have
will
a Packers
definitely
helmet,
check,
'cause-
but we're not going to need it though, Mace.
No,
Right.
we are not
We're
going
not
to
gonna
need
need it. No.
In the same way I
Yes.
said we were going to beat we are definitely going to beat Green Bay on Sunday.
I
We're
love
going to
your
get to
confidence.
2-3 at the bye week and maybe get a chance to get some guys back.
I love your confidence. I'm putting this all on McVay, by the way.
I mean,
I am. I put it all on him. He's a special coach, and they're saying you don't have enough to win. I'm saying you do. I think he's that good of a coach that he can coach his way out of this mess.
Right,
as well.
but DeMarco, no matter how good of a coach you are, and I agree with you, I think I wouldn't trade McVay for any other coach in the NFL. I'd rank him number one. But if you lose 2 or 3 offensive linemen, both of your receivers, and you have the second to last ranked defense in the NFL, can you outcoach that?
Yes, your only replacement on the O-line, because Bo Limmer is now your starter.
Right, he's your center now,
and
and so Logan Bruss is the one guy that stepped in.
So you've got 4 of your 5
and he's
starters.
Been good. Logan Bruss has been good.
Until the end of last week, he wasn't. He got beat, and that was the sack there. So, yeah, you've got 4 of your 5. Tutu Atwell is a guy with enough experience. Whittington has been a surprise. I'm surprised the tight ends haven't stepped
Colby
up.
Parkinson has made some big catches.
Needs to step up, second on the team in targets, but you got to turn that into touchdowns. If you play better in Chicago with this same group, you win. So I think if you play better against Green Bay, you can beat them here. You can definitely beat Green Bay. They're not a juggernaut.
Let's go. Let's have a perfect weekend. Dodgers 2-0 lead in the series. Rams upset Green Bay. Trojans whack Minnesota. Let's have a great weekend here. Let's have a great weekend, huh?
Everything.
I'm not jinxing
KOD,
anything.
man.
Yeah. I don't believe in
Time
KOD.
to go.
Time to go.
Mason and Ireland next, 7:10
Yeah,
ESPN.
by the way, and Supercross Talk is brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. That's what a hamburger is all about. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.